We're streaming.
Alrighty, so welcome to, I would say, part two of the prelude to, or the prologue to Tale of the Vale. Um, Ryan here, who sadly cannot join us for the next campaign, is spectating today on something that is going on a far side of the world compared to where he was in the part one of the campaign. So, Ryan, why don't you tell us what happened in the very start of the first prologue to the main story?
All right then. So previously on Tales from the Vale, a group of adventurers met up on a unified quest to investigate the rumors of a temple, a temple of, I want to say, Palor, correct?
Yep.
Was under some kind of seismic activity or some kind of distress. Along the way, there was the Goblin Ranger. Shoot, I can't remember his name right now.
It wasn't Gex. What is it?
Gex.
If I find it.
Isn't that an N64 game?
Yeah.
While he's looking that up, along the way we joined our heroes, a Goblin Ranger, a Gnome Paladin by the name of Dual Brightstone. Some say the hero of this story, but not everyone's there yet. A human monk by the name of Navara, or I believe, or is that the
no, that was Adelena.
Adelena, and then a cleric of Palor named Navara.
Yep.
When they arrived, they spoke to the resident priest at the temple. They determined that there was some kind of activity going on underground, with tremors and shakes, possibly earthquakes. They found a secret passage, and they narrowly swam through the underwater tunnel, reaching the other side, and traversed through the long caverns, fighting along little brain kind of parasites along the way. Never really understanding why or what those were doing there. Eventually, they came across a dwarven cult member, a dwarvish cult member, and he spoke of resurrecting a powerful elemental. Didn't take much long after that for our heroes to jump into action and slowly and meticulously make their way through the underground maze to the leader, where they engaged in combat and eventually were successful in slaying the head archmage of this cult and the giant elemental that they had raised.
So that is a very interesting perspective of duels, that they were all cult members and part of a cult. It could also be interpreted as this was their home and they stumbled into these Grey Dwarves' home and killed them.
Wait.
So it could be perceived both ways. And
No, sounds more like cult members to me.
Wait. Did you give the last time on as Duel?
Curious as to what evidence there was of there being a cult. But anyway.
Okay, we resurrected that guy who had been under the piles of rocks. And he's like, "You fools, we will resurrect our Lord." And I'm like, "I've heard this song and dance before. I know how this goes." And I knocked him out with my sword.
I don't think anybody ever said that they were resurrecting a lord.
It was something along that line. It was like, "You fools have no idea. We're doing this ritual. It's like, nah, we got the idea. We know what's gonna happen. Let's just..." And that's when Duel knew it was his job to bring these cultist members down.
Well, you know what? These heroes who are questing might just have to find out at some other point what the truth of that really was. So, So after they were victorious in battle, what happened next?
After that, they investigated the ruins. It seemed that the ritual had been halted, or at least stopped for the time being. I believe they took a piece of the golem, the control rock for it. It's either in the Goblin Ranger's possession or in Duel's possession. It might be in Duel's, actually. They returned to the surface. They went around the mountain. They spoke to the elder. And then the elder paid them pretty handsomely, by the way, for their great deeds. And that was around the time where the campaign left off. From there, we're not sure where our heroes are or what they're doing.
Yeah, so I would say that it ended with him, with this old priest person for this small temple of Pelor. Which, if you're looking on the world map, can you see that on the stream, Artem?
Yep, I can see the world map. Well, I'm probably not zoomed in. All right, do it again.
I'm just going to click here. There should be a little spot as to where the last campaign happened. Is everyone able to see that?
The little blue spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay, I can zoom in on it now.
Barely fork in the road.
Fork in the road. Small temple of Baylor.
Yes. So that's where that happened, and it did end with the older priest saying, like, quick, you have to go over to our main temple over in the human capital, and you have to go investigate this. Here's 4,000 gold each, and this is an advance.
4,000 gold each.
That's what I said.
Yep.
But I wasn't in the place to argue with him either. You know, he's the DM. You gotta go with what the DM says. You always respect the chain of command. That's what I always say.
Yep. So yeah, it does seem like a really hefty advance, and there might be a reason for that people might see later. But in any case, that is where that story left off. What was that?
No, nothing. It seems mighty suspicious.
Yeah, it might be. Well, in any case, that's where they left off. And sadly, when we are meeting up on Monday due to work conflicts, Duel will not be able to be a part of this this next chapter on Monday.
How they will survive, no one knows. No one will know.
We don't know that they will survive. But what we do know is this: is that shortly as you embark on your journey towards the human kingdom, Duel spots one of the members of his paladin order running towards him as fast as he can, and he finally sees Duel. He just starts waving like, "Hey, hey!"
What? Really? There's someone from my order that wants to talk to me? I mean, obviously, that's like, I'll like fervently run over to him. So yeah. very slowly with my nomad.
So you see this human paladin, who seems to be of a lower level than Duel. He runs up. He's like out of breath, and he says, "Hey, the Holy Avenger." The Holy Avenger. It's been stolen from the crypt.
It's been taken?
It's been taken. Everybody's being summoned in at once. You have to go right now.
All right, let's yip Bosco. And I summon my my paladin mount.
Alrighty. So
you're riding a paladin?
Do you want to describe your paladin mount?
Okay, so one little caveat about Duel is that he is no way complete without his best friend and trusty steed, Bosco.
Putting up the Bosco biscuit image. There it is.
Yes, thank you. So Bosco has been Duel's loyal steed for many years. After a fateful battle where the bear took a bite of Duel, and then Duel ended up later eating the bear for sustenance. And some weird magic happened. There was like a soul transmigration. Anyways, the point is, Bosco and Duel are best friends, and he can call upon him whenever he needs. So Duel will use Find Steed and summon his paladin bear mount.
Which completely surprises everybody else there, because they had no idea he had this paladin steed the entire time.
Also, he's, in this edition, he is celestial. So, like, just picture regular Bosco without his armor, because it hasn't been armored yet. But
what? He doesn't have his bucket?
Not yet. I have to work on that.
Yeah, but he did just get 4,000 gold, so it might be coming
roll on
soon.
the trinkets table. I'm sure there's a bucket on there somewhere.
So, like, he's like a brown bear, but a little bit smaller, because he's technically a black bear for reasons. But, like, he's got his, like, since he's celestial now, he's got like a little glow to him, and like the tips of his, like, basically imagine someone shampooed an entire bear.
Oh God!
So he's like got very soft fur, and it's like glistening at the end. And then I hop on him and we take off.
So you put the soldier on Bosco as well, or is there not enough room for both?
There's not really enough room for both.
Okay, so this guy's just out of breath and you just leave him behind?
Yeah, I would actually. If
Okay.
the Holy Avenger was in danger, I would like start beelining back towards the border.
Alrighty, so it seems that Duel has gone away from the rest of his group, although he might recall where they were headed at least. So that is what happens to Duel. He runs off and he has split from the rest of the party, and we're not sure when we'll see him again, but we hope to see him really soon.
Never split the party.
Well, the party is starting off split because far to the west from this Temple of Pelor, we come across. We're going to start our story with this. Actually, we're going to go back in time about a month as well, and we're going to start with the story of Tao.
Okay.
And so this takes place in Corin, which is this is an entire section of the continent it's almost like Skull Island with King Kong. It's just like all these crazy creatures that you almost wouldn't believe if you were from like the human side of the world. You'd be like, there's no way that these bearkin and mouse folk and all these other crazy hippogriffs and stuff exist, but they do exist, and they come from Corin.
We have bearkin and mousekin in our setting.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
That's so awesome.
I am a bearkin.
So
yeah.
if you see this little town that is near Tao, this is the town of Pipsqueak, and that is where the mouse folk kind of originated. And I wasn't exactly sure where specifically not just the bearkin but the pandakin come from, but I imagined it was somewhere close to Pipsqueak.
Okay.
So in any case, I put Tao over here. He's along the Targus River. And so yeah, so the story starts with him. So why don't you introduce Tao and kind of what he's going through internally?
Okay, so Tao. I think a note before we start on Tao himself is that the bearkin, as far as the sheet for what they are, the race, they're a relatively new species in the land, probably only a few generations old. So Tao is now saddled with this burden because he's a very philosophical bear, as some bears tend to be, because their lives just, devolve into eating bamboo and pooping in the forest. Like, what else does a bear do? Come on.
Bosco can attest to all.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Yep.
So philosophically, he now has this question, and I imagine it came to him one day as he's eating a bamboo shoot, and he looks at it and he's like, why am I doing this? Because he has come to terms with this brand new intelligence, and he starts thinking about how the bears now suddenly have this greater meaning. What if they're supposed to be more than their bear cousins who are at the base level of sentience and, just go "Mrr," and walk around the forest? I mean, the bear can talk, they trade, they can fight, they have higher levels of thinking. And so now he decides to break away from his tribe and go on a quest to see what it really means to be more than an animal. Because he feels that he needs to know this in order to guide the rest of his tribe towards something a little bit more civilized, or even if that's worth it. Because he knows the savage animal inside of him is still there and can maybe even access that if he needs to. So that's his goal, and where he starts out, I imagine he would probably start to move east, as he knows that there are more civilized cultures out there.
You mean, yes, east. So, with that, it's possible that he just kind of wanders aimlessly, maybe starting towards east, but not really with any pure direction yet. Mm-hmm. But one day, as he is waking up in the early morning with the morning dew and a little bit of fog, a spirit comes to him.
Oh my God. Oh my
Kind
god,
of-
it's a panda spirit!
Kind of Mufasa style, just kind of like through the fog, this like ghost panda materializes, and Tao is immediately overcome with the sense that this is an ancestor, that there is some kind of kinship between him and this spirit.
Oh,
And he says, Tao.
oh my goodness. I did not know smoke bears were possible.
We are. So, you seem troubled, my son. What troubles you?
Well, I have to speak to the smoke bears truthfully. You see, I believe that we are more than animals. The other bear cousins, they cannot speak. They cannot think in the ways that we do.
You are wise for a panda, but there is still much to learn. There is a boy off to the east, over in the land of where humans come from. This boy needs your wisdom, and perhaps...
Narrow it down. Sorry. I'll sit back over here.
Off in the human kingdom, you will find this boy who needs your help, and perhaps, in helping him find himself, you will find yourself.
The human cub needs my help? Well, if that will lead me closer to finding out who I am, who we are, then I will surely go.
And with that, the panda spirit just kind of fades back into the bamboo, and as he's going, he just says, "Find out who you are. Find out."
And
then he's just,
after the panda spirit disappears, Tao's gonna climb up to the top of a tree, and he's gonna raise his arms up to the sides and go, "Who am I?"
I knew that was coming. Didn't even roll a nat 1 on search. All right, so that is what happens to Tao about 1 month prior to everything else that is going on. And so he travels, and this world is kind of large. So it takes him what I would estimate to get all the way through Corin, and then starting on his journey to the east, I'm estimating a bit under a month, somewhere between 16 to 30 days, depending on how much he stops. He could stop through the capital of Corin, where there's plenty of wood elves, and he might stock up on supplies along the way. Do you get anything, like any silvered weapons or anything like that?
No, he doesn't get any silvered weapons, but along the way he does pay for an ironwood quarterstaff. Just so that we explain where that comes from in my sheet.
Yes. So he does have that, and also it's possible that he faces some creatures along the way. He probably started off at level 5, but by the time that he gets through all these woods, he's level 6 by the time he gets out. So he's been traveling for a long ways, and eventually he comes to a crossroads, or as I've labeled it on the map, a fork in the road. And when he gets to the fork in the road, let me just move.
Yeah, I can move him if you want.
I just want to move them closer, because at the same time, somebody else is kind of traveling towards this fork in the road, and that person is Finn. Why don't you introduce Finn?
Sure. That's the first time I've thought a little bit about him. He's a half-elf, got kind of, despite the picture, he's got more black and like blue kind of wild hair. So it takes after his mother, I suppose. He's got some instruments with him, kind of a carefree look about him. Looks not like a usual bard, not with his pretentious poofy pants, a little more gutter punk style to this one. And he's got this big old wagon with drinks labeled on the side of it. A couple bottles lying around with like 3 X's and different colored fluids in various bottles, stuff like that. There's looks very carefree, wandering or wheeling his cart down the road.
Yeah. So Ryan has offered up some nice little music, or did you do that a while ago?
He did that when the spirit was
okay.
It took a while, but I was like going for something from Avatar or something.
Yeah.
It worked.
All right.
Artem, do I have to not use copyrighted music, or this will get?
I don't give a shit.
Okay, cool. Great. I want to use copyrighted a ton.
Yeah. All right, and so.
Well, I mean, I was using the Game of Thrones music that you were doing before in the previous streams, and it was fine.
Yeah. All right, so Finn, you're traveling around, and eventually you find yourself a nice little spot that no one else has kind of taken. You know what? This might be a good spot. Caravans come through here. I think I could set up shop here and make some coin on my way over to wherever you're heading to next. And so, with that, let's bring you over. Actually, hold on real quick. Let's go here first. All right, so I'm going to bring you over to where you set up shop.
Oh, yeah.
So you got your little wagon there. It's kind of a nice spot. Nice little intersection.
Yeah.
So it is a perfect day when you're out here. There's not really any trees. It's just a complete field. But, it's kind of like partially cloudy. There's a nice gentle breeze coming in. And so they're just, it's kind of warm, but the gentle breeze cools you down. So it's just it's the perfect temperature and everything's great. Is there anything that you do, or do you just kind of park and set up?
I'll park, set up, and then I'll bust out the mandolin and start, rocking some nice calm tunes, and see what attention I can drum up.
Yeah, so let's see if I can get this guy here. So the first person you see is another half-elf who is coming
sweet.
down. Who is coming down from the north, which you would know the land well enough to know that he is coming from the direction of the wilds, which is a pretty rough and tough area. Lots of orcs and goblins and tieflings, all stuff like that. And you see him coming down, and he's shirtless. He's got scars. He's just kind of walking down, looking at the ground. Doesn't even really look up at you at first. He's just walking, staring at the earth, and he is walking down your way.
Say, hey, stranger, you look like you need a drink bad.
And then he looks up at you. Yeah, you could say that. What do you got?
Tell you what, the first one's on me. Pick your poison. I'll point to the bottles. We've got ales, we've got spirits, whatever you need.
Whiskey.
I have got plenty of that. I won't be giving you my personal stash, but we've got some good stuff. I'll pour him a nice tall glass of whiskey. Say, if you need a shirt, I've got some stuff back here. I can, it's a bad place to be running around without a shirt on. Anywhere is. It looks like you've been through hell. Did you lose that in a bet or do some wild beast?
You don't want to know the hell I've been through. Just give me the drink. You got a stool or something I can sit on, or do I gotta sit here in the grass?
You know what? Next town I go through, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy some stools. That is a great suggestion, sir. Great suggestion.
It's fine, no worries. And is the drink prepared for him?
Yeah, I'll mix it up quick.
He just kind of grabs it out of your hand. It's like, cheers to you. and he just like he doesn't even like get down and sit. He just like falls down on his butt and just sits and starts drinking.
Oh no.
Ugh, and he just starts drinking all and just drinks it all almost immediately. And he's like, and it just like slams the glass down, just barely, not hard enough to break it. And then he just kind of stays sitting in the grass. And then the second person coming down from the south is a little mouse folk in a robe.
Mouse.
And the mouse folk comes up. He's kind of like 2.5 feet tall. And he just kind of skimpering forward. Seems kind of tired, like he's been walking for quite a while, but he doesn't seem like he's been in nearly so bad of a situation as this other guy here.
Andrew fell out of the chat, out of the Skype call.
Oh no, we need him.
Well,
Oh, I'm back.
his tablet ran out of power.
Oh no.
Artem, I gotta say, I love Tao's existential "what am I?" crisis.
Yeah.
Or really, and the fact that we have a paladin with a bear.
I
for a
know.
mount, it's just gonna be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" It's gonna be so. Oh my god!
I can't fucking wait for the bear-to-bear conversations, and literally everyone else is just gonna be like, "What the fuck are they saying to each other?"
Yeah.
Oh no, Bosco and I are telepathic now.
Well, you're telepathic.
All right.
Oh, right, because that's the
Yay.
different thing in 5e. Well,
Alrighty.
you know.
So we're
So
back.
if you're gonna talk shit about me, I'll know.
What part did we lose you, Andrew?
He was kind of rude about accepting the drink.
Kind of was.
Yeah, and then he just kind of like sat down, didn't even sit down. He just like fell down on his butt, drank really quickly, and then just slammed the cup down on the ground, just barely, not hard enough to break it. And then he just kind of stares back down at the ground, and he looks back up at you, and he just says, "How much I gotta pay to give me another one of these?"
I'll tell you what. How about 3 silver? How does that sound?
Like
Usually
digs through his little pouch, pulls up 3 silver, and he's like, "Here," just holds it up. Take it.
All right, I'll take it. Pour him another cup. And you know what? Instead of fighting rude with rude, I'm gonna bust out my lute while things are still slow. Gonna play him a lullaby, hopefully get him to pass out, and then play my song of rest. Gonna play my song of rest so we can heal up some.
Alrighty.
Just a little
Relax.
So what's the DC for that?
Oh, I actually don't have the spell. I'm just playing nice music and hoping he falls asleep.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, as you're playing, roll a listen check, or I guess it's just
Alright.
perception now.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah.
general perception.
All right, perception then.
You don't even really have to roll it if you want to use their passive perception, which is another thing that they have.
I have a pretty beastly passive
All
perception.
right. All right.
so-
What's your passive perception?
Oh, I guess it's not that beastly. It's 16, I guess.
All right, that's fine enough. So
Yeah.
you happen to notice as you're playing music that a little mouse folk is coming up from the south.
Oh, wow, look at that. That's great.
About 2 to 2.5 feet tall. He's wearing what appears to be a mage's robe.
Yeah, he's
got a
wearing a
little-
little suit.
Got a little quarterstaff, and yeah, he's just kind of like trudging along. He's like a little splinter or something like that.
Am I used to this kind of thing, or is this few and far between?
Well, you have spent some time in Corin, so you have definitely heard of mouse folk and bear folk. You may not have heard of bearkin, but you may not have heard of pandakin. Like you may have heard of pandakin, but you've probably never seen a pandakin. Whereas mouse folk, they've kind of been they've been spreading around a bit. You've probably seen these guys before, but you've probably never seen a wizard mouse folk before. That's pretty rare. So you just kind of see him walking along, all kind of Gandalf style, with his little hat and his robe and his quarterstaff, just coming on up. He looks over. He's like, "Hey there."
Hello.
Hey there. Are you selling? Are you trading?
I certainly can.
What you got?
More than you can carry, I guess. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What are you thirsty? Hungry? What can I do for you?
Food and drink would be great if you can offer.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about me?
Oh, you know what? Just 1 second. Look right over there, and I'll cast Create Food and Water, and a mountain of food and water just kind of floats into existence, just out and about. It's like a nice little banquet. I suppose the gallons should go. The water should go into one of the barrels I've got in the truck.
Right.
The water barrel. So it doesn't just like make a wet picnic area for everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Sploosh.
Here's some food, and just dump water all over the food.
Yeah.
Hope you like soggy bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Just saw that Ryan, I see something's going on Facebook. I should ignore it. Whatever you guys are doing on there.
Yeah,
well,
Probably
ignore us.
touching butts.
Okay. In any case, so yeah, the little mouse says like, yes, well, this is a nice little trick you got. I'm a student of magic myself, transmutation specifically, and he goes over and he starts eating some of this food. He's like, yes.
Let me guess. He goes for the wheel of cheese.
I
You fucking racist.
Yeah, you're a little racist there, but I am eating the cheese.
They like peanut butter more, duh.
And so
It is good cheese. We didn't invent peanut butter yet. I don't know if that's happened.
He just starts eating the cheese. And with that, over to the west, there's a third person that comes over. And that person, I can bring him up, is Tao.
Ah.
Holy shit, it's a bear.
It's a panda.
So yeah,
yes.
it's
You wouldn't even know what a panda was.
No,
True.
probably not. I guess you see a big bear-like creature, although slightly more fuzzier and rounder, walking bipedally and using a bamboo-looking staff as a walking stick. And he's got a shield strapped to his back and like some regular light clothing and armor. And it looks like he's been traveling for quite a while.
Oh, wow.
He's
I
gonna...
say, you there, you don't have a crossbow, do you?
No, I do not. I only...
All right. Good, because I don't want any trouble. Every time I hear about one of you panda folk, it's always, yeah, they eat shoots and leaves.
Is there something...
bad.
The joke goes right over Tao's head, and he's like, is there something wrong with eating shoots? They are tasty.
No, just a joke I heard from my dad. Yeah, what can I do for you? You look like you've been traveling a while.
I am. I've been heading towards the human kingdom, although I don't know where that is. I'm assuming it's this way. And he sort of points in like a couple of directions.
I'd chuckle. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's on my route. Why don't you, we can work something out. I think there's enough room in here for two of us. For the right price, I can get you there.
He sort of looks
And
at...
you'll never run out of food.
He sort of looks at your cart and like and kicks the edge of it a little bit. Well, at least It seems that the civilized world does use the trees that it cuts down.
Yeah, some of them.
And with that, the first guy, the half elf, who again, just like for a half elf, he's oddly bearded. He looks very scraggly, and just kind of walking up. Is like, all right, I got this more silver, and it's 4 more silver. He's like, give me another and something better.
All right. I'm going to hand him one of my costumes, it's costumes, but it's more rock and roll gear. It's leather jackets and stuff. And then I'm going to use suggestion on him.
Okay.
So I'm still not sure if you roll from here, but it's a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
It's saying the DC is 28, but that is not possible.
Yeah, that's crazy high.
Yeah.
What is this?
Suggestion.
Why is the DC so high?
Your DC is 8 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency.
Oh, maybe you have your charisma modifier as your full number in the thing.
As your full number?
Okay, that fixed it.
What do you mean?
No, it was under spellcasting bonuses. Oh, that's bonuses. Never mind. Okay, It's back to normal now. Okay, it's a DC save, a Wisdom save of 14.
Wisdom save of 14. All right. All right, let's do this. One second.
And as I'm casting it, I tell him, I think you need to put these on. Walk to the closest friendly city. Oh, crit. And
so continue what you're saying.
Yeah. Get yourself cleaned up. God damn it.
It's like, I didn't ask for clothes, I asked for whiskey. And I asked for good stuff.
That you did.
I'm trying to
cool.
give you money. I'm trying to give you money here.
Okay, the better stuff is going to cost you, though.
How much?
Oh well, it's a hefty gold piece for the good stuff.
Hefty gold. He looks through. He sees a whole bunch of silver and copper. You don't see no gold is in his purse. All right, I'll give you all this. I get everything I got.
Sure.
All right. And so what you find is roughly the equivalent of 6 silver and 7 copper is what you got.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Prestidigitation, and all right, I'm going to use Sleight of Hand to make it look like I'm pouring a drink in the back, but I'm actually scooping some of the water out of the trough, and then use Prestidigitation to make it taste like really fine whiskey.
Alrighty. All right. Roll for Sleight of Hand on that.
All right.
Can prestidigitation change the taste of something?
It sure can.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
I love Prestidigitation. It is so good for so many stupid things.
It's just a good spell in general.
Oh
I
yeah.
always thought you could just use it to clean yourself off, but I never knew you could change the taste of
That too.
It got upgraded in 5e, I think. It could do a lot more because cantrips are supposed to be the catch-all.
So on your Sleight of Hand, we're gonna roll for all 3 of us to see if anybody notices what's going on. So Tao, you can roll too. I mean, you can do whatever you want with that knowledge, but you can roll to see.
What am I rolling?
All right. So that was +6. Ooh.
Am I
Not
rolling a
great.
perception?
Does it show a modifier, or is that like it?
What?
I don't know what that calculation was. That was weird.
What?
Target number. I don't know about the target number stuff.
Target number.
I don't know. I would just do advanced roll and
Oops.
Don't pay attention to anything in the optional additional settings.
No.
Okay, cool. I'll just roll that and add 6. Ooh, all right. Well, so 14.
All right. This guy.
Shit, my passive perception is better than that.
Richard, you sure this guy isn't a little, drunk and maybe not as noticeable?
Actually, well, Oof, okay.
Never mind.
Do I have advantage for partial cover?
Oh.
No. All right.
All right, so you try to do it, and did Tao see that?
No, he got a 10.
No. All right, so Tao doesn't realize.
He's completely
but-
oblivious.
But this half elf and the mouse both notice what's going on. It's like, hey, I see your tricks. I've seen more than you can imagine. I know what you're doing. And the mouse folk just kind of stays quiet. It's like, listen, I don't want to see the bottom of this glass.
I mean, you've been kind of rude. I mean, I can tell you've been through some stuff lately, but you don't have to act like that.
Okay.
Are we going to be cool?
I don't mean to be rude.
All right. Are we going to be okay?
Through a lot. May you please just give me another drink, so that way I can just have another and just be on my way. I really could use it.
All right. With that, I'll hand him the water and the whiskey and give him his money back.
Ugh,
And say, are you sure you don't need a shirt?
I don't need a shirt.
All right.
He takes another swig. He's like, oh, okay. And he just starts shaking off a bit. It's like, all right, I'm going. And as he passes Tao, he just kind of says, like, I've seen a lot of crazy shit in my life. I've never seen no fucking bear before. And he keeps on going a bit and then just kind of leans up against the wheel. That happens... Sorry, go ahead.
Do I hear him say that?
Oh, yeah. He says it, like, right to your face. He's just, like,
Oh.
kind of laughing at it. It's just like, I've never seen one of those before.
Again, it goes over Tao's head and he's just like, but there are many bears in forests.
And so you happen to notice as you look back over that the little mouse is kind of looking up at you. It's like, you're an interesting looking bear, Ken.
You are a very small mouse, man.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm working on that.
While
But
that's
you,
going on, I'm going to pop out of the wagon and start eating some of the random food that came up.
Okay, so just move your character piece over so that way we know where you are.
Sure. I'm going to imagine the pile of food was like right over here. How about that? That works.
Okay. Okay. And so yeah, the mouse folk is just gonna say, so like being a bear. You like being a bear?
I mean, I'm not sure that I could be anything else. And I'm not sure you could get any larger either.
Oh no, you can be something else, my friend. I've been studying the ways of how to get rid of this cursed body and finally be able to be like everyone else. I've been studying the ways of transmutation. I tell you, it is possible. It is possible to change your appearance. So if you could, would you?
I do not know if it would matter. There are so many different beings. There cannot possibly be one base creature to change into to be like everyone else.
Oh, how naive you are. Quite naive indeed. And then, as all that's going on, you hear a whole bunch of coins just like spilling out of the purse onto the path. And and this half elf here who no one's bothered to get his name. He just starts like kind of walk around the path. He's like, oh god, I gotta pick these up. And he just starts picking up the coins.
Wait, Purse,
And-
didn't he give all of his coins to...
Well,
No,
I
but he
gave
gave
them
him-
back, but he didn't have
Oh,
any
oh,
gold.
Right. Sorry, I missed that part.
Did you say there was gold though?
No, I said his coins.
Oh, okay.
Just his coins
Okay.
spilled out. And so he starts kind of like wobbling over, just starts like taking the coins a bit. And he's like, hey, bartender person.
Oh boy. Uh-huh. I've got like a chicken leg in my mouth. Oh, what's up? Mhm.
And like stumble over and be like, hey, listen. He goes, kind of leans up against this wheel. He's like, I'll give you all this again for one more. Just one more. One more.
Oh no, man! You drank all of it. That's Yep, that's my supply. You want some chicken?
Roll for deception. Because even when he's drunk, this guy apparently is a perceptive guy.
While you're rolling for perception, just to make a point, he's gonna look to the mouse folk, point to the drunk half elf, and be like, "Well, I'm not sure I would like to be like everybody else."
So 16 total.
Yeah, he's still like, I know you're lying. I can just barely see that you're lying to me. I know what you're trying to do. All right, fine. He just like throws the coins to the floor. I know they're worthless. What about this? And he pulls out a very a sparkling blue sapphire gem. He's like, how much can I get for this?
I'm going to walk over with the chicken leg still in my mouth and examine the gem.
Alrighty. Roll for. I don't know if it's investigate. Do actually knowledge arcana or just arcana.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Giving you something magic.
Mm-hmm. And I've got a +4 to that. So
Yeah.
20.
So you notice that this is a special, an elemental gem. And you recognize, like, you're a bard, you've heard all sorts of things, you've seen all sorts of things, and you've heard that these blue sapphire gems represent the air elementals.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how much can I get for one of these?
I'm gonna look at him and say, where'd you get this thing? Huh?
You don't want to know where I've gone to get one of these. And then, as he says that, he starts falling over and hits the ground just immediately. And with that, it seems like his body is covering up the gem.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be passed out drunk.
Yep. Wow.
The mouse immediately looks over like, what just happened?
Apparently somebody couldn't handle his booze. So what do you think we should do with this guy?
I can look at my spell book, see if there's anything I can do to prop him up. 'Cause I can't pick him up, that's for sure.
I mean, usually someone this rude, I'd take their pants off and hang it from the tree. But he's had it rough. He's had it rough, and this is no place to be stranded.
Well, Tao's at least gonna move over and like prop him up so that he's sitting up against the wagon wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Yep, Tao easily does that. Doesn't even need to roll for that. He's plenty strong.
Can I search him for identification of any sort?
Sure.
Multipass.
Yeah.
So I guess roll investigation, I think it is for that.
Sure. An investigation I've got only +2.
Alright, yeah, you don't seem to find anything on him.
What about a perception check?
Nah, you already kind of like picked through. It's just that it's not that you didn't find anything, it's just that it's like, oh, there's just nothing there.
Right. All right.
You do kind of do it hastily, but still, you're like, you know what? I don't think anything's there.
All right.
And with that, the little mouse looks down to the ground and happens to notice that gem that he was holding is now broken into pieces on the ground. And with that gentle little breeze that you felt is kind of like a little bit stronger now.
That's not necessarily good. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. And he immediately like takes a step back and like kind of goes behind the cart. He's like, it's probably not good.
I'm gonna do a kind of a little double take, like back up too. Kind of pop back here, like, yeah, maybe that's a good move. You got this, Panda.
So if it's focusing around here, Tao's gonna like grab the elf and just drag him behind the cart, if that's possible.
Okay. Kind of like here-ish.
Yeah. Prop him again back against the cart. He's probably gonna have a bruise on the back of his head.
Let's see if I can do this. All right, he's like halfway underneath the cart. Alrighty. And suddenly, like, the wind just starts like picking up a ton, and then suddenly all your merchandise that is loosely hanging anywhere is starting to blow over.
The food.
The bottles.
Oh man.
Everything's just like shaking. It seems like stuff could fall over any second.
I'm gonna pop in and close the shutters.
All right.
Just to make it an enclosed area, and then pop back out, and I guess start trying to get the horses attached, if I can.
Alrighty. If I can get to the right thing. Yeah, and so suddenly materializes from all this wind after everything is shaking around. To your surprise, I'm sure, you see an air elemental. Just kind of materialize. It almost has a face, but not really. It's just kind of this weird kind of like whirlwind of a thing. Is Ryan still with us?
I'm here. I'm ready for the music.
Bring in the music. Bring in the music and roll for that initiative.
Rolling for initiative.
Yeah, I think so, just because I don't know what's going to happen next. It may be battle, it might not be, but I think that we need to start figuring out about what happens in what order.
Okay. I'll be right back. There's my roll. I gotta use the bathroom.
All right. Let's take two, everybody.
I'm
Cool.
not ready with the music yet.
I said take two.
And I'm a Tao.
I don't even have 1 minute yet.
Hope on my RPG game is a little weak. Okay. I'll get there.
You will.
What?
I said you will.
Thank you for believing in me.
Of course.
For believing.
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 We haven't seen much of Bo Dallas lately.
Nah.
I can't say I'm upset about it.
Hey, he's not bad.
I kind of nothing it.
Yeah. Oh no!
Hey, Richard.
Yep.
Does Ghoul pass any general stores on the way back to the order?
He's probably rushing over there as quickly as possible.
You're right. You probably would. So in this world, the Holy Avenger is kept at the order then?
It is kept in a crypt in the order.
Oh, so it's even more holy and sacred than normal.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Back in the game.
Alrighty. Just let me get things prepared real quick.
Oh yeah.
Need you to roll an initiative. Alrighty. Yeah, it's weird that it keeps on giving you a thing about successes or not. Alright,
Yeah,
so
that's weird.
yeah, but 13, so. Alright, so that means...
What does exploding mean? Non-separate. So I've got 13 total. I'm going to mess with that, see what that does. Okay. Not sure what exploding means.
I'm back.
Are you guys hitting things from different places in your character sheet to make things happen?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, how do you do that?
All right, so on the core page in the character sheet, you just have to hit the actual word initiative. It lights up blue.
I should see that. Short rest.
Up and left from short rest. Right next to speed and
Oh,
armor
jeez.
class. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So if you click the actual word initiative, it'll roll it with all your bonuses and everything you're supposed to have.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Well, how about that? So I can't do that
and it
with...
actually puts your initiative in the turn order.
Oh, what?
Like
It does.
properly. That's awesome.
However, people already rolled earlier, so this is based off of people's original rolls.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Uh-oh.
I just didn't even
Come on.
realize it would do that. That's cool.
Yep.
I can't see the exit bar. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Cool.
I think the music it's playing now is oh, you put battle music. I should switch to that.
I don't hear anything. Is that only on the feed?
There's a YouTube link.
Yeah.
But that's only
Yeah.
a 6-minute song.
Well, then I'll put something else up. Jeez.
We need to make like YouTube playlists.
Yeah, we do.
And I figure out how to do that.
Well, you need a YouTube account for it, but yeah.
YouTube Red, man, it's not bad. It's worth it.
But you don't even need a YouTube Red for playlists.
That's true. You just get away with not having commercials.
Yes. Which I have YouTube Red. So that's why I'm not getting any commercials on the music.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Good for streaming.
Alrighty, so this air elemental was summoned by a guy who is now completely passed out, technically, and has no direction whatsoever, and just looks at people and is hostile towards all of you. And he is going to move forward up into this. Oh no, actually, you're all just far enough away that he can't be on everybody at once, which is actually. Oh no, actually, he's gonna go towards you two.
Okay.
So he's going to, first of all, he can go into your space, and he can cast a whirlwind, which means that each creature in the elemental space must take a DC 13 strength saving throw. On a failure, a target takes 3d8.2 plus 2 bludgeoning damage and is flung up 20 feet away from the elemental in a random direction and not prone.
Oh, this ain't
So-
I'm
good.
gonna throw some bardic inspiration at Tao if I can.
Can you do that as a reaction?
I don't think so. I think it's
No?
a bonus action
Alright.
on your turn.
Yep. All right.
Gotcha.
So roll your strength.
This ain't good.
saving throw.
Tao doesn't have a great strength.
He's a bear.
he has 10 for strength.
That's
It's
not
a weak
enough.
ass bear. That is a weak ass bear.
Listen,
I don't know
his
why
wisdom is out the fucking charts now.
I don't know why I read the description. Normally I don't do that. But in any case, you did fail that. So
Ugh, 3d8.
also believe it or not, so did the guy who's passed out.
I'm pretty sure the guy who's passed out has 0 strength right now.
Yep. Amazingly, he does not make his save. So this is to you.
Ow. Okay.
18 damage to you, and you were flung 20 feet.
I'll let you decide which direction.
Here.
Where?
Here.
Okay.
You're flung over that way, and you just fall into the dirt, and you're hurt 18 damage for it. You're not even like flung like directly sideways. You're like flung up into the air, and then you land down like smack down onto the ground.
Ow.
Oof.
Whereas this other guy
Jeez.
is protected a little bit by the wagon. However, he I can freaking get him out from under. He's like rolled up and down, is like hitting the ground and the top of the wagon, and the wagon's like lifting up too. And he ends up on the other side of the wagon. He's just like constantly hit underneath it a whole lot. But in any case, he is dealt 9 damage. Alrighty. So next up is the mouse's turn. He looks at the air elemental. It says, "You do not intimidate me. You're no match for me." And with that, he will cast. What should he cast? He will cast Lightning Bolt.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Does he have a little
Okay.
beanbag to throw at him?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up Lightning Bolt real quick. Let's see. Alrighty, within 100 feet, the thing must make a dexterity saving throw, of which I imagine it's quite good at because it is wind. Alright, so, let's see how the saving throw goes. That's a 15. So that will hit. Gosh darn, 8d6. Wow, that is good.
8d6? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's his most powerful spell. He doesn't have very much of it. I think he can only do it once or twice.
So you know how a fireball is like a circle of 8d6?
Yeah.
Lightning bolt is a line of 8d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just shoots it like straight through the cloud. Alrighty, and is dealt 27 damage.
Jeez.
It was pretty darn good.
Hell yeah.
And with that, Finn is up next.
Oh man, I mutter. I should have sold him the drink for that. And I'm gonna yell, "You can do this, Kung Fu Panda! I believe in you!" And grant him a some bardic inspiration. So you've got an extra D6 you can use to add to any ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. And you can use it. What's fun, after the D20 is rolled, but before Richard says you fail. So that's great. And so that's a bonus action. So then, as an action, I'll use Vicious Mockery on the air elemental, and say something along the lines of, "This is nothing. My dad used to summon greater wind from his ass."
Oh, damn!
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Let's see, is that a saving throw? It's saying it is, but I thought that was an attack. Assuming it is. It's a will save? Oh,
Sure.
yes, it's a DC 14 wisdom save. I just realized I don't have anything that uses an attack. It's all...
You said it's
all magic
You
save.
said it's a 14 wisdom save?
Correct.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Yeah, that does not save.
Awesome.
This thing has no wisdom, it has no direction, it is summoned by a blacked out guy.
Awesome. Really? Only 1d4? That does not sound right.
2.
2d4?
Yeah, you're level 5.
Gotcha. So can I roll that from here somewhere? Or is that something I hit from the dice?
It's usually quickest. If you don't know how to do it on there, I would just do it from the dice.
Okay. I think I'm not sure if it takes. Okay, so 2d4. Do I add my spell mod or no?
It looks like cutting words is a reaction.
Wait, I'm thinking of you did vicious mockery, right?
Right. Yeah, it jumps up to 2d4 at 5th level. I'm not sure if it adds my
If it doesn't say
charisma
it,
modifier.
it doesn't add it then.
Okay. Cool. Let's see how that goes. All right. So 4. My words don't cut that bad.
But
Okay.
it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it has.
Oh, beautiful.
That's good.
And then I'm going to. Oh yeah, I guess I'm tucked back here. Fine. Yeah, I'll tuck back behind the wagon, granting me cover.
Alrighty. Next up is Tao.
Oh! So, first thing, can I roll to see if Tao knows anything about this?
Sure.
What would I roll for it?
Arcana, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you've never seen this thing before. You're like, what?
Alright, gotcha. So,
Grandfather?
why are you fighting me? In that case, since he doesn't know what it is, he's gonna go ahead and cast Call Lightning.
Oh no.
And he's gonna pick the point right here.
Okay, what was that?
Fighting
do?
storm with storm.
I know, really. Alright, wait. I figured out how to do this 1 second ago. How do I do that?
Have your tablet in your phone.
Here we go. Call Lightning.
Yeah, my phone is propped up by my tablet right now.
Do I hear
My
Sydney?
tablet died while I was.
No, I think that's Amanda.
Alright,
What's
so
up?
it has to make a dexterity saving throw DC 15. If it's a success, he takes half damage. If not, he takes 18.
It's a Dex?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, yeah, he takes the full damage.
So he takes 18, and the cloud stays up above him. I get to keep the
An
cloud
emoji?
concentration for up to 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So because he's air, you have no idea how much.
It's just funny.
You have no idea how much damage he is doing.
Sticky outy smiley face.
In addition to that, as a bonus
The one that's
action,
like,
I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on myself.
Love you, baby.
Alrighty. Next up is this half elf who, after getting beaten up a whole lot, he wakes up and he's just like, what's going on? Did I drink too much?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Somehow you had 2.
He looks up at you. He's like, I was already beaten and weary. Shut up. And that's his turn.
Oh man.
And so this earth elemental is really pissed off at this mouse who had the lightning bolt strike right out of him, and he just assumes that the second lightning bolt also came from the mouse. And so he's just gonna like fly into him and swoop him up into this little tornado of his and try to shoot him out. So let's see if the mouse can do a save. I'm guessing no.
No.
You know.
Wow.
No.
Literally. Well, that's not the lowest he could have done, but close.
It's so close to a nat 1. Alrighty, so looking back at this, okay. Uh, 14 damage. So I guess the bigger they are, the harder they fall, which is why Tao's taking the most damage here. All right, so the mouse gets flung up and lands about there, taking 14 damage. And he looks pretty badly hurt, actually. It seems like he didn't have a heck of a lot of health. Where he's not dying, but he lands, and like you hear a crack in his arm, like his arm broke or something. Like it's not as much damage, but to him it's a lot. Yeah, just a little mouse wizard. He's not gonna have a whole lot of health. All right, and with that, he's going to cast Gaseous Form on himself and turn himself into a little cloud thing. And that's all he does for his turn. And next up is Finn.
Cool. All right. I'm going to move to make sure. Actually, oh yeah, there are people in range. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He's within 10, right?
He is.
Yep. All right. Oh, but you're within 10 as well. So there we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit him with Shatter. So I'm going to pull out a violin bow and my mandolin and grab high on the neck and just swipe down with this violin bow and let out this sonic wave.
Oh, wow.
And he's got to make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Ooh, okay.
Each person within a 10-foot radius sphere centered on me. I'm going to roll.
Yeah, no, he doesn't save that.
All right, so that's going to be 3d8 damage.
So, yeah, you just break wind with your, your instrument.
All right. Well, that's 10.
Alrighty, so 10 damage.
Sonic
to
damage.
it?
Yes.
10 sonic damage. Again, you really have no physical way of seeing how much damage it's doing, but it seems to be wailing out more like, you know how the winds can kind of howl? Well, this thing is howling like crazy. He seems to be very upset by all of this.
Would there be any way, would I be able to know if there was, if these things like understand common or react to common at all, or are they just some aggro beast?
You did succeed on the gem, so why don't you roll another Arcana to see what you know about the earth, or the air elemental itself?
Okay, so it's a +5. Okay, so 19.
You are pretty darn sure that these elementals do not speak common.
So we're pretty much gonna have to put it down.
Unless you can counterspell it somehow.
No, I did not get counterspell.
Or languages or whatever. I mean, it does speak a language, but not common.
Well, would I know any history about it to know about that?
I mean, you know that there have been, pretty much since, like, the beginning of magic, everything kind of started with magic around the elementals. They're almost like the most ancient forms of magic. And so, they're not very complex, but they are sentient, and they can, have thoughts and feelings of their own.
Okay. Would I have time to kind of using motion try to convey that I'm trying to make it run away? Or is that kind of a moot?
You can roll for performance. You flail out in the air doing some weird thing, and
that is a +9, so it's a 12.
Well, even so, it's just kind of like, I don't know what these mortals do. I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue. Like, what kind of spell is he trying to do now?
Gotcha.
Ineffective at communicating with the air elemental. And with that, it's Tao's turn. Tao?
Oh, sorry. So the bear sees Finn flailing around, and he's like, "If you are going to flail at the creature." And he's going to keep his distance from the air elemental and call another bolt of lightning down on him right there.
Who he will still blame on the mouse.
I mean, that's not Tao's problem, let's be honest.
Yep.
So, sorry, it's going to give the whole thing again, but it's the easiest way to get the damage. All right, dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
Oh, just barely. All right, so half, 12 damage.
Yeah, so he's able to whip up and around, but still is hit by the bolt of lightning, and so is dealt 12 damage.
And
And the howls almost seem to start sounding more sad now.
well, shouldn't have attacked us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Is that
boo-boo,
the end of your turn?
you're a
You doing
prick.
anything else?
He moved a little bit further away, and that's about it.
Okay. All right. Next up is our friendly little half elf here. I can never seem to grab without moving the wagon. So, in any case, yeah, he kind of like stumbles out and over, and he sees the shards of the gem kind of like just broken to pieces on the ground, and he tries to grab the pieces and grabs like a clump of dirt with them and just holds them up, and he's going to attempt to control this elemental. Oh dang.
Oops.
Which I guess will be like a concentration check for him.
Oh, what?
Okay. I think it's like concentration for him to see if he can get a hold of his own summon.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know how summons work.
Yeah, I'm just kind of winging it as DM a little bit with this. Alright, so he holds up this broken gem and he says like, "I command you to do as I say and halt immediately." And with that, the all like the revving up of all the wind seems to like stop seeming so furious and kind of like circles around a bit. And it looks over to him, and it moves over to him, and it tries to slam him.
Doesn't it have disadvantage on its attack? That's the next attack it made.
Yeah, it does have disadvantage. So...
Notes! As Dan Harmon would say.
Yep. Alright. There's the first attack. First attack will hit. Second attack will also hit. So he slams him quite a bit. Just kind of like, he's almost like got like these funnel arms and just like pushes him down into the dirt. And that's going to deal total for both of them. 23 damage just down into him and slams him down. And this fellow, who seems to be able to concentrate when he's drunk, he seems to be able to do anything, he's still freaking alive. He's just like down in the dirt. He's just like, "I can take whatever you give me."
But you haven't calculated the damage the alcohol did to his liver.
That's true. It might be keeping him alive. Who knows? All right, and with that, it's the mouse's turn, and the mouse is going to float over, and in a gaseous way, just kind of float over to behind Finn, and then rematerialize. And he returns, and if you were to look at him, he's like all bruised, his like nose is bloody, just like it's not in very good shape at all. Finn.
Should have taken some healing magic.
Help me. You have anything? You got potions or anything? Help me.
Yes, potions.
That depends. I hadn't finished purchasing equipment. I've got a lot of gold left. I'll have to ask my DM retroactively.
No.
So I'll Tim Tebow. I'll Tim Tebow and ask the great DM in the sky. Sorry. What were you saying?
I was just saying, the great DM responds and says, "No, you had held on to some of your gold to get stuff at the next town, but you're not there yet, so you don't have it."
Start plugging his wounds with your gold. That'll help.
Help me.
I place my hand on his shoulder and grant him my second piece of bardic inspiration and say, "You're going to be fine. Just stay safe."
He's not gonna be fine.
Yeah, probably not. He's gonna die.
Yeah, one more hit from a thing that powerful, and he will die.
Yeah. And then I guess I'm going to... Wait, is that a... Oops. Hold up. Is Shatter a... Oh, that's one action. Never mind. I guess I'm going to use my last second level spell, Shatter.
Okay.
Again. Actually, I'm going to cast it as a level 3. And I'm going to center it...
Try not to hit the guy.
Yeah, just north of him.
Okay.
So that way it only hits him.
Alrighty, what is that again for him? A Constitution save?
It is... Yeah, DC 14 Constitution save.
Alrighty.
Jesus. That's a lot of dice.
I know, right?
Is that correct?
It is. It's just
correct.
you.
Huh.
Some of the higher level spells are just like, man, they are very powerful.
It's
But you only get
especially because you cast it as a level 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty. Will he save at 14? He will not!
Oh,
Sweet.
just
So he takes the
barely.
full damage.
He's lower on health, and he just can't quite contain it in. And, so describe exactly what are you doing?
I take the bow and kind of drag it along the mandolin. I'm thinking up where the frets connect everything. So if you like pluck a guitar there, it makes a really high pitched noise. So I just drag the bow along that, and it lets out like a weaving my magic through it. It like creates this sonic tear.
All right, and so as that sonic tear like ripples through, as it goes, it just like slices this air elemental in two, and the air just kind of like dissipates and flies off and away, and it's gone.
Oh man,
We did it!
that was nuts. Wow.
This guy, this half elf just like gets up after all of that. It's like, all right, you got any more in that wagon?
Christ.
Do you need a ride to like Civilization or an AA meeting or anything?
I don't know what this AA meeting is, but it sounds boring and hypocritical somehow. Well,
Ye oldie apothecary alcoholics. Alcoholics apothecaries.
and he looks down and he sees that there's somehow, I don't know if something blew into him or what, but there's like this big gash in his side. He looks over and says, I think I'll take that shirt now.
Does he
Cool.
look like he's gonna fall over because of the gash, or just?
No, it's just like I just want to wrap something tight around my waist.
Gotcha.
He's not even gonna wear the shirt. He's just gonna wrap it around. He's just
All
gonna
right.
like tear it and just start wrapping.
I'll hand him the shirt and then the jacket that goes with that outfit. I'm going to take out my ink and quill and autograph it and then hand it to him. Like put it around his shoulders.
You're great.
Whoops.
And he just goes over to you. He's like, "You're great. I like you. Yeah, you're good. We half elves. We gotta stick together. You know. We gotta stick together as half elves.
Stick together,
I can
but
see.
in like different cities.
I can look at you. And I can see. Your ears a little bit bigger than me. But I can see the human in you, and we're cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I love you, buddy. You're great. You're great. And after that, he's just gonna walk away. He's just gonna keep on going south.
All right. Well, guess I did what I could.
Tao walks over to the rest of them. Is this what this alcohol poisoning looks like that I have heard so much about?
The slow version. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's long-term effects there, buddy. You don't get out much, do you?
Why, I'm outside all the time in the woods.
Animals. I freaking hate animals.
You are an animal. Also,
Shut up! I'm not.
he's going to cast Goodberry, and in his palm appears 10 berries, and he offers them to the mouse. If you are hurt, please eat these.
Yeah.
And he
Starts
restores
eating the
10.
berry. He kind of like walks over to the side and just starts eating the berries. Berries.
He restores 10 health.
Alrighty.
So you said you needed a ride north somewhere. You said.
Yes, to the human kingdom, if you are going that way.
Gotcha. I know what he's talking about, right?
Yeah. You know about like the capital of the human kingdom. Your father is from the human kingdom, so you're pretty familiar. Being a bard, you've kind of traveled a bit. You definitely know this place. It's really well known.
Cool. Yeah, I'm heading that way. Why don't you pop on the truck? You want to ride on top? We've got a hammock on the inside. If you're a good driver, I'll just sit in the back and crash. You don't know where you're going. Never mind. I'll drive. Cool. Hop on in.
Yeah, so he's just going to point to the back of it and say, I will stay inside while you drive. I do not think it would
Cool.
be a good idea for me to pilot a vehicle.
Yeah, be easy on that hammock. I'm not sure it'll carry. Hey, Short Fuzz, do you need a ride too?
Short fuzz.
Yeah, I actually am heading north. If you're heading north, I'll head with you.
It's the least I can do for helping me out with helping us out with that elemental there. He got beat
Yeah.
up pretty bad, so.
And he wasn't
Yeah.
too bad. I could have taken him myself. I could have used a couple more thunderbolts. That's all.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hey, if you want to drive, I've got to tune this guitar, make sure this mandolin, make sure it sounds good. Is that cool? I'll play some nice tunes.
I've never been out of the elven lands before. I kind of need a tour guide.
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
All
So I guess
right.
I'll eat a little more of the food, finish getting the horses hitched up, and leave a small pile of food just hanging out in the middle of nowhere.
Alrighty, and so with that, you can go along your journey, and you would, if you're heading over to Human Kingdom, you would head up north the way you're going, and then over, eventually, to the city of Finn River.
Ooh.
Said as one word, I guess, Finn River.
Yeah, Dad said they named it after me.
That's this nice little elven place.
Wow, that's
Kind of along the river. It's kind of nice. You've probably, if you've traveled between the human and elven regions before, then like you know this place. This is this is like a toll bridge for you. You're like, yep.
Cool. Let's get in, make some money, get some free lodging.
All right. So is that what you want to do at this point? Let's see. How many days did you have to travel to get even to Finn River? That was.
Is it 25 miles? Something
Yeah, it's
like
about
that.
a 3 to 4 day journey.
So
to
definitely
get to
long
Finn-
rests.
Ooh,
Yes, to get to Finn River. You have had long rests at this point.
Do we have
Cool.
all of our health back? After a
Probably
long
by
rest?
this point.
a long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had like 3 long rests at least, so you're fine. But yeah, you don't hit a whole lot. It's a lot of field. If
Do
you
we
think
get
of,
like a montage where it's like we take breaks and the panda's chasing some butterflies and we're laughing and the mouse is like learning how to steer the cart?
yeah, you know what? Roll for what should we
Adventure.
roll for?
Roll for banter. Roll for adventure.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Roll for you can choose diplomacy, performance, like however you want to present yourself to these people. Yeah, roll for that.
You know what? I'm going to roll with insight so I can learn about them.
All right, that's good. So you roll for that.
Alrighty then.
+9.
Wow.
It's 21. Yeah, dude.
21. All right. So yeah, you learn a lot about them. You hear all about this mouse's tale about how, he kind of resented being a mouse and like being this tiny creature, and he's like his passion has been to learn how to eventually become, basically he grew up all around elves, so he wants to eventually be like one of the elves. And so he's heard about these little folk off to the east, like the halflings and the gnomes and such.
Mhm.
And so he's interested in kind of figuring out what he could kind of do to at least start there to look like them and to kind of morph into one of those what he kind of perceives as little elves, and then that will hopefully help him, ascend to eventually being an elf one day. So that is his deal. But also with a score that good, you also seem to notice like his bitterness seems to be like on an alignment scale. You're not exactly sure if he'd be good. If anything, every once in a while he says kind of these snarky comments where you're like, I don't know, he might even be on like the evil side a little bit. I don't know. Like he's on that line. You're not really sure.
Master Splinter, no.
He's actually Master Shredder.
My name is Ching. Thank you very much. My name is Ching.
Ching?
Ching.
Ching,
From the
ching,
west.
Bling, bling, dollar, dollar.
So yeah, and he's going to roll for intelligence to try to impress you with his intelligence to see if you end up feeling like he has a reputation for being a smart person or not. He values his mind a lot, so we shall see how he does in convincing you he's a smart guy. You think his intelligence is about average.
I'll play along.
He's trying.
Yeah.
Does Tao do anything on the way to Finn River?
Tao probably eats honey from the jug.
Awesome.
So the mouse is going to ask, like, oh, but is that one of those jugs that can, like, produce anything? I've heard of these jugs.
Yes, it is. Honey tastes good, and he just sort of like glugs it.
Good God, how much honey is in there?
No.
But it has, not in technical terms, but in Tao's terms, how much is in there?
Enough to make my tummy feel happy and warm.
Wait, you're telling me that thing can produce anything?
Well, yes, it's been on honey. To change it needs a day. But tomorrow
okay.
it can be anything.
Like I say, we got time. We're still a couple days away. Like, let's see what else it can do.
I mean, I've got some bottles to refill. That'll help me make a little money on the road. I mean, no pressure because, I mean, obviously you're, I wouldn't want to You can do your own thing. It's no problem.
Yeah, don't let this bard scam you, okay? He sees that there's value in that jug. So if you're gonna fill up his bottles and not have your honey, you gotta make him pay. You gotta make him pay for it.
It's okay.
Well,
I can
less about
fill a
the
bottle
money, as
for
long
you
as I can-
tomorrow.
All right.
I suppose
And you know what?
suppose you are giving us a tour guide, so I guess it's fair payment, I guess.
So,
Yeah.
the next day when he can recharge it, Finn may wake up to a couple of, bottles of mayonnaise.
Oh no! No!
I think how much? 2 gallons worth of mayonnaise.
Oh
Oh
no!
my god.
Can I see that jug?
I do not need that.
The
The
jug
jug
is.
is probably like close to the size. It's like half the size of him.
Oh yeah, it's big. It's 12 pounds.
He just like peers into it and just starts like licking the top of it.
he gets
Good
mayonnaise.
stuff. Good stuff.
Ugh.
Also, Finn, would you accept that part of the backstory of your name is that you were conceived at Finn River?
Yes. I will
Because
take it.
It
That's
is kind of
perfect.
it is a big merging place between humans and elves.
Ooh,
So
that fits. That's
All right.
perfect. Yeah.
So you have a very special connection to Finn River when you get there. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been on the world map this whole time. I should go back to Finn River. So yeah.
I just see a picture of Finn River.
Yeah, no, I was on the world map doing stuff, and I forgot that none of you could see it. So I'm back to Finn River now. This is all I've really got for Finn River. But yeah, so you get in here, and you probably feel like it's a pretty great spot, considering it's kind of
Oh, it is.
It's in a way it's like your home, but it's never really
Yeah.
been your home. But it's like a home away from home.
Yeah. I love stopping through here. People
Yeah.
love my tunes. It's great.
Nice.
Are
Is
you
that-
from here?
Although I was born here, yeah. Spent some time here.
Oh,
My
you're
youth.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they named it after me. Look at the sign.
oh yeah,
Spelled the same
Finn,
way.
Finn, Finn River. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. So, if you don't mind me asking, how do you feel about the whole, like, elves and men together thing?
Kind of point at my ears, how they're not as elf-like as elves are.
Oh,
Yeah. Half
Oh.
elf. I mean, it's fine with me. What's the big deal?
Has your life, like, been more difficult because of, the crossbreeding?
Well, I mean, most lives are difficult, especially in, turbulent times.
Okay. Just wondering. I'm curious about all sorts of different races and such. You see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Are
I mean, I
you
don't see
thinking?
too many.
Are you thinking of crossbreeding to try and get away from your mouseness?
'Cause I'm not interested. I'm
I
not.
mean, if it would work, then yeah, maybe. I mean, have you heard of that working?
I do not think that is how it works.
I've not.
Unless
I've not heard
there
of
was
it.
once a man who came and fell in love with a bear. And you see like Tao's like gears trying to turn in his head.
Yeah.
I'll start plucking my mandolin with like some imagination, like.
And this immediately makes the mouse thinks of like a human or an elf screwing a mouse, and he's like, "How did I get to be?"
I'm giving.
I don't want to think about it. This is why I hate being who I am. Ugh.
Well, you'd still have pointy ears. Plus.
Yeah. Ugh. All right.
Tao is slowly going to give the rest of the party an existential crisis.
It just starts feeding out to everyone else. I don't like where this is going. Can we move on and think about something else? Alrighty. So you end up crossing the river. And as you cross the river, let me take you back to the world map. As you cross the river, you cross this major city up there called Corvin.
Mhm.
And up above Corvin, Ryan, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Up here is the temple or the Order of Hieronius. It's up
Shit.
high on this hill. So let's cut back to Duel for a second.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Since you're here, I think that we can kind of fit this in.
I gotta get back there. I gotta. Come on, Bosco. We gotta hurry up, man.
So you get to the Order, and you see like the big doors and everything, and it doesn't seem like anybody's on the outside. And so there's just like a whole bunch of like stone steps that lead up to this big door.
Okay, that's weird. Usually there's some kind of procession or guards out here. I'll take out my holy symbol amulet, and I'm gonna do. I believe it's a divine sense.
Okay.
That lets me pick up any fiends, any. Hold on one sec. Divine sense. Celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet.
All right, so you cast that?
Yes.
All right, you cast that. And you don't have to roll anything, you just automatically sense.
It's just one of my things.
All right, you do not sense anything at all.
All right, I'm gonna hop off Bosco and we're gonna charge up the stairs.
All right, you charge up the stairs, and then you're at this big door that is held up. What on earth? Okay.
What?
It was Andrew's hand. I was like, what am I looking at?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
No.
All right, so you get up to the door. What do you do next?
I try and like open it up dramatically, like Aragorn in that one movie.
All right, so you open it up, and yeah, you do exactly that. You open
I'm
it
here.
up.
Everyone, don't worry, I'm here.
And then kind of like receptionist person in some robes looks over at you. It's like, what?
I'm here about the Avenger. It's missing. There was a problem. I'm here. What do you need? And I grab onto my sword. I'm like ready to. I'm in action mode.
The squire person looks back like down the hall a bit, and you just see like a group of like there's like a human, an elf, and a dwarf just bursts into laughter, and it's like the dwarf is rolling on the floor laughing, and the other guys just they're pointing at you, just like, oh my god, oh that was so worth it, oh my god, just he made the whole entrance, oh my god, that's too great, oh that's awesome.
It wasn't missing, was it?
No. No, Duel, please come save us. We need you, the little one, to come save our order. Please help us. They keep on laughing. The elf and the human high five.
Well,
a bunch of beebles.
Sydney says kill him.
Well, it's I'll just curtly kind of like bow my head to the clerk or whatever, the person there that's not laughing at me currently.
Okay.
I'll say if there's nothing else, I'll just be on my way then. And come on, Bosco, let's go talk about that Halor thing or whatever.
Aww. So you head down. So we're all on the world map, right?
Yes.
So you are up here at the Order of Hieronius, and you know your way around enough to know that usually the main path to get over to Whitehedge would be to go down this river and over along this way.
Man, did I travel for like 2 weeks from the temple? Like, it's a lot of squares in between.
Oh yeah, no, you went a long ass distance, all for nothing.
All right. Oh, Bosco, I'm gonna buy you the biggest Bosco biscuit you've ever seen for this. You were great, buddy. You were great. One of these days, we'll see. We'll see what we're worth it.
However, you are near a pretty major city of Corvin, which is very multicultural. You'll see lots of elves, lots of humans. It technically is in Valen. It is in the Elven region, so you will see mostly elves, but you see plenty of half elves, plenty of humans, and even some dwarves too that make their way down from the Crowning Mountains. So if you were looking to ask for something for Bosco, you would potentially be able to do that here.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So before I start heading back to Whitehedge, I stop in Corvin and I go to my favorite blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see if I can get some armor made up for my best buddy in the whole world.
Alrighty, so you enter the door to this shop and you just see this guy like sharpening a sword and putting it up. He's like just admiring how good it looks. He's like, yeah, that's the right spot. And he looks up and he's like, Duel, how can I help you?
My good friend, um, what's his name? I would know his name, right?
His name. Most people
You
just call
bastard!
him.
You went to high school together.
Most people just call him Badger. He's like this dwarf who brought his trade over to Corvin.
Badger.
And you two kind of have like a rapport because you're both a little bit smaller than everyone else.
I go up and I like grasp, hug him, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Badger, it's good to see you. How have you been?
Oh, never better. Business is booming.
I'm sure you're the best one in the city. You're the one that I always come back to.
Yeah, but you're my favorite customer.
Oh, stop. Go on.
You.
But speaking of which, Badger, I have a bit of a project for you if you're up to the task.
Oh, I always like a challenge. What have you got for me?
All right. Bosco, come here, boy. And I call him inside.
Okay. What's the bear doing here?
Of course, you're familiar with my steed. So
Oh right,
We've
he's
been-
your seed.
we've been running into a lot of malcontent as of late, as I'm sure you know, bandits and the like. And my poor little buddy out there, he's all naked. And
Yeah, that's true. But he is celestial. That helps.
yes, he is. And as he's as tough as they come, and I like ruffle his like big fat bear head. He's as tough as they come. But I wanted to see if you could possibly make some armor for him, like you made my plate armor for me.
For the bear.
For the bear, yes.
Ugh. I can do it. It's gonna take some time and gonna take a bit of gold on your end. Not sure if you can really afford that.
Oh, I recently came into quite a bit of gold. Heroing
Did
and the like.
you? Did you now? Well,
You
perhaps
know,
we can negotiate a price then.
so the price of full plates, as I'm sure you're aware,
Hmm.
is 1,500 gold. But seeing as this is a little different, I was thinking maybe since you probably don't have any, bear armor, unless you do, that'd be amazing. But maybe something in the range 2,000 gold.
2,000 for all that would be covered with the bear.
Yeah, and because I'm a
You don't see
preferred
my pencil
customer,
around, do you?
you
I'm
wanna,
thinking more in the range of the standard 1,500 plus an extra 1,000 for the unique design, and it's harder than it looks to craft all
I
that
had
stuff.
it here, but now it's gone.
Hmm.
I was thinking more along that line.
Is it just
About,
something for chocolate or something?
How about 2,250, 2,250 gold? How's that sound?
Just split it down the middle?
Keyboard.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll for it?
Thanks.
I guess roll for what is it?
It's persuasion now.
Persuasion, yeah.
So I've been muted the whole damn time.
No, we can hear you.
No, you can hear.
Yeah,
me.
we could hear you.
That's a 15 to
now.
persuade.
Here.
So my mute doesn't do anything.
You can mute it on Skype if you need to. There's a little button. You can deactivate the mic.
Oh well.
Well, in any case, I'm just gonna say, you know what? That's fair. I'll meet you halfway. I like you, Duel. I like you. So yeah, that sounds good. 2,250.
And you know what, Badger? Because I know you're the best at what you do. Wherever I go, I'll plug your business, and hopefully, I'll send more and more people coming. They'll see my armor, and they'll see Bosco's, and they'll know there's only one place to get it.
Alrighty, you do that. That sounds mighty good to me. But it's gonna take some time, though. How about you come back in about a week or so?
Okay, can do. I take the gold out of my probably huge coffer or something. Somewhere
Yeah.
I've got it on Bosco's saddle of the Cavalier.
Okay.
And I'll pull it out and I'll give the whole thing to him.
The whole thing up front. All right, I like it. I like paying full. All right,
Oh,
just
and as per usual, if you could, the emblem of Hieronius, like you work with the hand and lightning bolt motif. You do great work on the last one. I would really love it. If we have like a matching set or something like that.
because you paid in full, I'll do the extra for free.
Oh, thank you so much, Badger. You're the best.
All right, I'll see you in about a week or so.
All right.
If you're not able to get back in a week, well, I'll just hold on for it till you get here.
All right. Thank you, Badger.
Alrighty. And with that, you head off, and you probably head towards this town over, or you head down the river and head towards the valley that will lead you to the human capital.
Before I leave Corvin, there's a couple other. We don't have to go through it all, but I can send you the list. Just some basic supplies: healer's kit, alchemist fire, holy water, oil, potions of healings, manacles, things like that. Just so I have a little bit more tools to work with. And they're only like the most expensive thing is like 50 gold, so I have more than enough to cover it. But I'll send that to you so we can keep the game going.
Okay. Alrighty. So, at this point, can you see a city or a marker right here?
Yeah, right at the edge of the river, kind of by Norris Crag.
Yeah. Do you see just the marker? Or do you see the name too?
I see the marker. The Norris Crag is like a little bit further from it, but
you see the blue marker at the very edge of the river?
no, I don't.
Okay, hold on. I'll make it visible. Because all of you on your journey end up getting off at a similar place. Let's see if I can make this happen.
When you said you were gonna like help plug his business, I really just imagined Bosco walking around with full plate armor that just has a giant logo of the blacksmith shop on the side of it.
Well, blacksmiths do
That'd be
have
great.
a maker's mark or something like
They
that.
do, but they're not usually like super visible on the side. I'm thinking like full like truck billboard style.
No, not quite that obnoxious.
All right, how about now?
It's got flaps with like lady silhouettes over your butt cheeks.
All right, so
So every
Angry Orchard.
step.
the Angry Orchard, which is a kind of bar slash tavern inn.
They
And
specialize in cider.
Sounds
Yes.
delicious.
so all of you get off at a dock around this part. Oops, let's see. That's not what I want. Yes. Let me put you all on here. So immediately you've gone from what feels like very elven territory here, and when you get off on the other side, suddenly everything looks very different.
Ooh.
This is what you come to, and suddenly you're like, this is a completely different feel than what you're used to. Except for you that have been to the Human Kingdom, you're like, yeah, I know, this looks different. But it's a very different feel. It's architecture, everything is like just a big culture shock. It's like, oh, this is different.
This is very different, as the DM says.
So you get off here, and the main spot where people will go either to find lodging, food, or drink is over at the Angry Orchard.
It loaded me into just cleavage. I had to zoom out.
I mean,
That's
it
awesome.
might have been designed that way. You never know.
I think it had Finn Parrish in mind. It was like, perception check. Bingo.
Natural 20.
They're natural. I mean, it's natural.
All right, so you just put in different music from a different land. Now we need some Witcher bard music or something. I don't know.
Click
Where
the link
is this
picture to see
music?
what you get.
He literally
What
put
link
winter
is
music
this?
up.
Just look at the look at the message board and you'll see a YouTube link in there. You just click on it.
Victor, you may want to click on the music.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Good job, man.
You're welcome.
Yep.
And because of you,
Perfect.
all the people on the stream can hear it too.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
All right.
Copyright ban.
It's just
nice.
immediately. This ends at archives, immediate copyright strikes.
So you come in and you see basically what you see in this photo. You see some people just kind of talking around. You see what looks like a wannabe bard playing his instrument a little bit. You see a humble little woman just serving up some food, and you see like a dwarf, a human. You just see just kind of some people. It looks like they've seen some battle and stuff, and they're getting some food. They're getting some chicken wings. They're having a good time.
And then walks in a bear.
Yeah. Like, so I'm just gonna like cut off the music here because it's like a.
It's an
The music
8 foot
just
tall, 375-pound bear.
Oh man, he is.
Oh yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
Is this a
Okay.
place I've been before? Am I familiar with this area?
Yeah, this is a really common
Okay.
spot. Like, if you're going from
Sweet.
human to elven place, like this is your human stop, and then Finn River is your elven stop. Like, it's very common.
I'll
so you can-
defuse the situation by saying, "The bear's with me."
everybody's like, oh, okay. They seem a little more relaxed, and they kind of go back to their thing. But you notice that some people still kind of look over, and they're, is that like a black and white bear, like wearing clothes? Just like really confused.
Yeah.
This is going to be
I'm
a
gonna
common
lean-
thing.
I'm gonna lean to Tao and just say, if anyone asks, you're a druid, I guess,
But
or whatever you
I
want
am
to
a
do.
druid.
That's fine.
And the mouse
Exactly.
kind of, the mouse comes in too, and the waitress is just like, a mouse, and just gets up onto a stool. It's just like, kill it with fire.
Mildred, the mouse is with me too. I should have said that before, I guess.
She looks
Let's do a round.
She looks a little flustered. She's like, he remembered my name. And so at the minute that somebody hears round, they're like, all right, yeah, let's start the music up again. But like a hostess person's like, you should probably go find a table. Like, good. Just kind of find your place, please.
I'm going to go school that bard. I'm gonna jam with him a little bit.
Alrighty, roll for performance.
Oh yes.
Also, duel. If you wish to come in here, you can.
Oh, I'm in here too.
Yeah, you're like, you get to meet up with everybody now since you're here.
All right. Well, I guess for reasons unknown to everyone else, I walk into the bar and I tie Bosco up outside with the rest of the stable of normal steeds.
Oh, I can do that.
Somebody outside is just like, another bear?
I don't hear that, and I'm in my own head right now because I'm kind of replaying getting
Mhm.
tricked again by my fellow brothers
Mm-hmm.
at the order, and I'm just going in. I heard there were good cider here, so and I happen to love cider, so I'm gonna go in and see if I can get that.
Alrighty. Well, you absolutely can. And also, by the way, Finn is nailing it with his performance. Like, the whole tavern is loving it. He's seeing some looks from some women. The waitress just, like, can't stop staring at him. She's just like, oh my god. Like, Mildred is gonna get some action tonight.
Oh god.
And you happen to catch the attention too of these two people who I've pictured here. And these are the only two who really seem like outright warriors who have been through a lot of crap. But
I
they're
dig
not.
their hairstyles.
But yeah, so they are in the. They just kind of look over and they're like, man, like this is great. This is just great. The music, the food, everything's great. I'm loving it, and they're just like cheering you on, stuff like that. And they invite you over at some point, and they're willing to buy you a drink if you'll come over at some point.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll take a break.
All right.
I'll turn to the other bard and be like, I hope you learned something. Like, remember that stuff that it taught you. And hop on over.
And Duel, you might have been here before too, because this is a somewhat common stop where some traveling adventurers, including people from the nearby Paladin Order, will stop in and get some food here. So you may have been here before.
Do I recognize Geralt and I can't remember the dwarf's name?
It's not Geralt. It is Leon the Giant Killer.
Leon.
And you
giants in
would
this one.
and you would recognize him. You've heard a lot about him, and he's probably just as much a hero to you as Leon the Dragon Slayer was in the 3.5 version.
Like, I'm like celebrity starstruck right now, then basically, because he's a huge hero and one of my greatest role models.
Yeah. And he looks over and he looks at the dwarf. He's like, "Hey, there's that gnome again."
I'm going through trying to speak to him, like basically just like how would I'm completely starstruck right now, so I'm kind of like it's great to meet you. No, strong, firm, and I'm just kind of like talking to myself before I.
Oh yeah, little one. What's your name?
Me, sir. It's Dual Brightstone. And
yeah, I've seen you before. Yeah, you're from the order. Yeah, come on, have a seat. Have a seat with us.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna lean in and in Gnomish whisper to Duel, "Hey, be cool. You got this. Be cool." And I'm gonna like give him a little elbow nudge and grant him some bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Why
I look over surprised at you, and I like acknowledge you speak the Gnomish tongue, and I feel inspired. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah.
It's like,
and I sit down next to Leon.
The little paladin. What brings you these parts?
Oh well, nothing as glorious as you, I'm sure. But I had recently heard of some trouble going down in one of the temples of Palor. I investigated and found some cultists there where they were expunged.
Oh.
Now I'm going back to the center of the church and going to speak to them about what I found.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, cultists. They're always a problem. We're just coming back over from the X-Bite range ourselves. Actually, we were up above taking care of some trolls.
Yeah, those trolls can be. Oh, hey, since I got you here, you've seen so many things and probably been on so many adventures. What do you make of this? And I reach into my bag and I pull out the stone of controlling earth elemental.
He looks at it and he's like, "Oh yeah, these are kind of rare. But you can find them just about any mountain range. Yeah. Do you know anything about who tends to use them, or are they just kind of like a general item?" They've been around a long time. Chances are somebody probably just found one of these, be my guess. They're kind of scattered all about at this point. Mostly when they're used, when I've had to deal with people with them, they just find them and they're trying to figure out how to use them.
Oh, well, all right. Well, thanks, I guess, and I'll tuck it back into my bag.
Yeah.
So you thinking about the trolls?
Oh yeah, trolls. No, we. Oh man, you should have seen. I had this bet with my dwarf friend Bimley over here, and so Bimley he looks at a troll and he's like, he's maybe about 60 feet away. He's like, "You know what? I bet you 100 gold that I can hit one of those things straight in the head, one head shot kill, with my throwing axe." And I said, "No, you can't." And then he did it. He just threw it, went straight in the middle of the eyes, killed the troll, fell over dead. I couldn't believe he had it in him. This guy is I'm kind of like mentoring him, and he's really come a long way. And the dwarf's kind of like all like shy, like I'm getting praise from my mentor for once.
Wow, that's awesome. Like, so you guys are like a pair of heroes of adventures. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Duel
That's
secretly
right.
like,
Yeah.
I want to be Bimley.
You guys take any more applications, or do you want
Oh, well, we're just on our way back to Norris Krog. Just having a bit of a feast after our victory, and yeah, we're just going back, gonna have ourselves a good time back at home till whatever the next mission is that they pay us a big lump sum for.
Is Norris Crag where I'm going?
Oh no! If going back to DM mode, you're heading towards Whitehedge, which is the human capital. Norris Crag is this spot that lots of dwarves and humans kind of have settled there together. So kind of like the rough and tough humans and some of these dwarves will kind of be in these parts. It's a really big trading spot between humans and dwarves.
Gotcha. Okay, well
that just happens to be where his home is.
Cool. Would I know that's where his base is?
Yeah, basically he's saying it to now, like, yeah, I'm going back home over to Norris Krog. So you might not have known where he lived before now, but now you're like, oh, he's actually like really close. He's not that far away from the Paladin Order. And he's less than a week away.
I'm making a major mental note of that.
Okay.
As he writes it down.
Yep.
Go there. Underline 3 times. Hey, suck it in.
Well, I guess you got. You must having all these weird folks coming in here around the same time. I assume you're with them, so I'll leave you to your friends there, and you have yourself a good day.
Of course. And so did everyone else sit down and join us?
No, everybody else is still over in some other corner. He only invited you over. I mean, he also invited the bard at some point, but it seems like the bard has still been going around just doing his own thing.
I was at the table with the conversation, but as they were talking about more business stuff, I kind of zoned out and was looking out and kind of communicating with other people. So I missed a lot.
Let's be honest. Right. He was staring at Mildred's cleavage.
Well, she's keeping it tight. She's keeping it tight these days. It's great. Good for her.
Speaking of which, Mildred is going to roll some persuasion on you. And try to get you to go to the back of the bar with her.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Does she need to roll persuasion?
Well, seems that her social skills aren't the best. I don't know, she's like Bridget Jones or whatever female rom-com there is. Like, she's just like desperately trying to get your attention, and it seems to be failing and making a fool out of herself with what she says.
Oh boy, I should have given her bardic inspiration.
I could use some of your bardic inspiration.
Oh boy.
Is that a bear person?
So Duel immediately sees Tao.
Oh yeah, that's Tao.
Tao
met him on the way here.
Tao has requested whoever is at the bar or whatever area that they're serving from to have food that the humans would eat because he wants to try it. So he's either waiting for that or eating it currently.
All right, so they bring out for Tao. They just see him as a really big bear thing, and they don't know how much he would eat. They're like, do you have gold? Do you have a fair amount of gold? Because we can treat you right.
And at that, because Tao doesn't really understand the concept of money, he just has it, and he's been paying with it, and he just brings out a sack that's overfilled with it, and this is gold.
I'm gonna scramble to the counter. Be like, yeah, he said he'll make sure to pay the tab up. Don't worry about him.
Alrighty, we'll treat you right. So they go back, and some time passes while all this other stuff was going on, and they come out with a big old pig with an apple in its mouth and all sorts of veggies and other stuff all around the side, and they're like, "You're gonna like this."
And as they put the pig in front of him, he looks at it back and forth, and he's like, "You eat other animals?" Because he's a panda. And then he takes the apple out of the front of the pig and eats that.
I'm gonna tear a chunk off of the pig and eat it and say, "You're not from around here, are you? You're a strange fellow." That's not a bad thing. It's refreshing. You see a lot of the same around here. So that's what's going on with you? What brings you out this way?
Well,
Are you talking to me?
yeah.
Or no,
Who is he talking
To Tao?
Oh, to Tao.
Tao.
You already know Tao, though.
Well, he doesn't
Oh, yeah,
know
I
why
guess I
he's
asked
going
that.
out to the west. Just where
Right.
he's going.
All right, fair enough.
He looks at him as he munches on the apple, which disappears very quickly in the huge bear mouth. He looks at him and says, I have seen a vision from one of my ancestors, and they've told me to find a human cub in the main city. Oh, you disappeared for a second there.
Yep, it gave me a low battery warning, which is always nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's the second one I've gotten today.
More Witcher music.
I know, right?
The first one
That
isn't
is
even done
good.
yet. Oh, cool. It's just been, I have autoplay on YouTube, so it's just been taking me through a whole bunch of Witcher things.
Oh, cool.
Same here, but just in case it hadn't or people lost it.
Yeah.
I had turned it off when the bear came in, but it feels like things have settled down enough that now you can have that in. All right, so
Yeah, so I don't know where you got cut off, but I'll just repeat it. I have seen a vision from one of my ancestors to find a human cub in the human kingdom, though I maybe should have asked who that cub was. But he needs my help.
Well, there are probably a lot of human cubs about that need some sort of help in one way or the other. So it's a really vague quest you got sent on.
Well, isn't life vague? Our very existence, isn't that vague in nature?
That's fair.
Also, I'm gonna roll perception, smelling to see if Tao realizes that there's another bear nearby.
okay.
So I imagine he would probably smell the bear. But
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't know. Does he?
Why was it 2d20 that just went out?
I get advantage for smelling rolls.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say yeah. You can smell it. There's another bear here.
You're sort of like, maybe that bear would like the pig.
I will say, Artem, when you turn around, you will notice that there is a small armored gnome just standing behind you, just staring up at you, just drinking you all in right now.
I think what more happens is that Tao picks up the plate with the huge hog on it and turns around. So Dole sees the thing, but he still can't see the face of the bear. It's just a bear holding a huge plate with a pig.
Oh,
So
You're,
he can barely see the gnome.
you can barely see me.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Oh, we're not gonna touch that one. Okay.
Oh.
Can I poke him? I just want to be like, hey there, you're a bear person.
Yes, I am a bear person.
I've heard about you guys, but I've never. And you're black and white and spotted. That's not even. That's amazing. I need to introduce you to someone right now.
But I'm going to another bear outside. They seem lonely.
What? No. Yes, that's what. Come on, just come here. And I grab his arm and start dragging him towards the door.
So he goes out towards the door with Duel with the pig in hand.
You're a bear person, and my best friend. Come here, boy. And I call up Bosco.
What's Bosco's intelligence in 5e?
6.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty decent. He's smarter than your average bear.
Yeah.
He is indeed. He can understand common. He can't speak it, and he can also communicate with me telepathically.
However, there's also a fun thing that we can do because you can now speak as Bosco, because the panda, upon seeing the new bear, starts speaking in Barrack, which is just a lot of like groans and that's what it sounds like. And he,
Man, we've never had Ryan speak as Bosco before.
I know.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Tao's gonna put down the pig like near him where he's tied up. He's like, "Why do you have a leash around you. Also, there is meat here.
How do you stand? Why, you look like me, but not like me. What are you?
I am a bearkin. Our people, they evolved, our cousins.
Your cousin?
Yes, maybe. I think.
Oh. And Bosco will just, like, lift one paw towards you.
Oh, is that happening? Is that happen?
He's putting out his paw towards you.
And Tao's gonna, like, put the paw up against the other paw.
Cousin.
Cousin, yes.
And, Duel's, like, kind of, like, fervently looking back and forth, like... He can read Bosco's mind, but he cannot understand Beartic. So he's hearing the grumbling and growling, and he's kind of like, well, are you guys, is that like a bear thing? Are you guys friends now? How's this work? I've never had this. I mean, usually it's just me talking to him and when we go on adventures and stuff, but now there's another person he can talk to. This is incredible.
He's gonna look to the other bear and he's like, your friend is awfully excited about this.
He get very excited. Many things. Many things. You were talking to Bosco, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In bear.
Yeah. So Bosco's not as energetic or as outgoing as Duel is. He's kind of more tired. Like he'll throw down when the time comes, and he'll defend him fiercely. But like the rest of the time, he's just like, "What happened? I was a bear in the woods, and now I'm this gnome steed. I don't understand. I'm smart enough to realize where I am, but not how I got here." And he kind of says that I travel with him. We are partners.
But why? Can you not live and roam free in the forest?
I did once long ago, but now I am his.
You are owned? That does not seem right.
Oh shit! It's about to get real.
I am his, and he is mine. We are partners.
I do not understand, but there is much I do not understand in this world.
And I guess he'll just kind of like nuzzle up on you and just kind of like
Okay.
be affectionate.
And he's gonna pet back, and of course the pig is still there in offerance because other bears do eat meat.
Oh, Bosco is gonna get close and then take a big hunk of that. He's more than likely hungry, and I don't think he really wants oats or whatever is back in the stable.
You mean the Bosco biscuits?
Where are you putting that image up right now? I don't see
Right
it.
in the center of the stream.
Okay, great.
We'll see it later. We'll see it in post.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
great.
God, you need to get him the bucket soon.
It's
coming.
being commissioned.
Yeah. Alrighty, and with that, what happens next?
I guess I'm gonna go back inside and if Bosco's all taken care of for now, I probably want to go and talk to the bard and Tao. Sorry, what is Andrew? What's your guy's name?
Finn Parrish.
I probably want to go grab a table with them and grab a drink or something.
Cool.
And while that's happening, the mouse is going to go up to Leon the Giant Killer and say, do I hear you're going towards Norris Krog? He says, yeah, that's my home. And the mouse folk says, I will give you coin if you take me that far. I'm on my way to King's Stand, you see, and I am in hopes of meeting the dwarves and learning of their magical ways. And the dragon slayer just says like, huh, "You're funny. All right, yeah, come along. Give me the coin." And they go off the door. And it seems like the mouse folk has just kind of like left you behind and almost acted like he didn't care that you had built any kind of rapport over the last week or so. Doesn't even say bye. Doesn't even say bye to you.
Tao doesn't
I'm gonna
hold
check my
any
pockets to make sure he didn't like steal anything before he left.
All right, you check, and nothing. Everything is where it should be.
Cool.
Did anyone else see that talking mouse leave just a minute ago? Like he was standing on his own 2 feet, and he just walked out. Did anyone else see that?
Don't worry about them. The mouse folk, they're very rude people.
And timid, apparently.
Mouse
Flighty.
folk too?
Flighty.
Oh man, there's so much. There's so much.
There's
On
a
his
whole
way
world
out-
we don't know.
On his way out, he does kind of like take a glance at Duel, and it's like, "Is that one of the little elves?" Like, it's just like, "Stay focused, stay focused." He heads out the door.
All right. So, what brings you here? I haven't asked you what takes you down this path.
Oh, I just traveling, doing the circuit, come through here now and then, play a little music, earn a little coin, sell a little beverage. Just get to talk to the locals.
I heard you perform earlier. You were very good.
Thank you. That was just jamming, That was me just playing around. I've got this stage show all set out that I'm dying to get done. But a lot of these places, either you can't sell enough tickets, they don't want to loan you the space. It's a whole ordeal,
I can imagine.
Yeah. What about you? What takes you all this way?
Well, I had a quick stop at my. You know what? I don't want to talk about that. I'm headed to the Temple of Palor. There was some commotion not too long ago. I had to go and break up. Actually, the road is lonely. If you'd like to join me on this quest, I would never mind some great company such as you guys.
More the merrier, and if someone else can take turns driving the wagon, I don't mind at all. I can keep playing. The wagon's got some room. Should be able to.
I'll drive the wagon.
You'll drive? Sweet. I'll move some things around. Should have room for all of us.
As long
At
as
least-
my bear can ride along too.
Yes,
Your bear.
I can ride in the back with the bear.
It's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight on my wagon. Another bear. A second bear. Okay. Yeah.
What
we
are the
can-
odds, right?
Yeah.
600 pounds in the back of the wagon.
Yeah. I'm doing math in my head trying to figure out like how much it can take, and at some point I realize I'm not great at math and shrug it off.
I slap my hand on your back and I'm like, we'll be fine. It'll be great. I can't wait. I love this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
If we could all go
So-
together, that would be well. And like not knowing proper etiquette, he takes out his jug and says beer to it, and starts like filling their glasses with it. And it almost seems endless because he's got like 8 gallons of it in there.
All right.
Roll sleight of hand, I guess, to see if the bar notices that you've brought in your own beer.
All right.
May I assist him in that? Can I
Yes.
grant him advantage with
Yeah,
an assist?
you can like. I saw you kind of looking out and about and stuff.
I went for my physical dice looking for a D20. It's like, oh man, what am I
Yeah,
doing?
just throw it at the camera.
Still getting used to this digital stuff. Oof.
Did we sleight of hand the beer?
I mean, Art, really though, would you be subtle about it?
No, he's not
No,
being
be
subtle at all. He
subtle.
just doesn't understand it. He
So
knows
they come
that
over
his
like,
jug.
Hey, now, hey, you can't bring your own beer in here. That's why do you think that? Why
I'm
would
sorry.
you think that's okay?
I'm sorry about that. He's from the West. He's new here. He's just kind of coming through.
I'm sorry.
didn't
I
know
did
better.
Not. Do you want some of the
You
beer?
Get out! Get out! You've already disturbed the guests enough with your presence. Get out!
Whoa.
I'm going to change his mind on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop out a where is that? Calm emotions.
Ooh.
I'm gonna zen it out real fast.
Good
All right.
choice.
So he has to. I can suppress strong emotions in a group of people, in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on us. And that's a DC 14 charisma check.
Do one for him, and then just one for the tavern folk as a whole. Yeah, he's very calm. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, you know what? Maybe things are all right. You know.
What kind of save is that, Andrew?
A charisma check.
Oh wow.
Oh, I guess you guys have to roll it too, but you can also choose to fail it, which is weird about that.
As the bard, can you choose for them to succeed?
I suppose I could. But mostly it's just like a mellowing out vibe that's getting thrown out.
Yeah.
And the second everyone's kind of calmed, I'm going to pop out and start playing music again and just kind of distract the crowd so they forget all about it by the time that it wears off.
Yeah, so I think it lasts for about a minute, right?
It does. So I'll pop up on stage and start going to town.
Yeah, so eventually the bartender's like, what was I upset about? Whatever, I got stuff to get down from the back. And so he just kind of leaves. And so it seems like the situation has been completely resolved.
I'd like to point out that even though he failed to save, you probably didn't notice any difference in Tao for that time period, just because he's already so mellow and chill.
Yeah.
Duel will he'll naturally avoid it because he has ridiculous saves.
Look
but
at that.
He'll be like,
plus 11.
Man, everyone's great. Everyone's so pumped. I'm having a great time, and I'm drinking some of the jug beer.
Jug beer.
Alrighty.
I definitely picked the right companions for this quest.
Oh yeah.
But you are suddenly reminded of like, oh right, there actually is something that I gotta get to, and it is days away. I have lost a lot of time in trying to.
What's up?
So I guess
Are you talking to the cat? Okay.
Am I excusing myself?
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
Well, what time of the day is it?
Let's see. By the time you get, it's probably like afternoon-ish. So you could either head out if you had kind of your own materials for camping out, or you might want to spend the night. It's up to you.
I think I'll spend the rest of the night there, and then get an early start in the morning and head out there.
Okay.
And since I played, I can probably get us some free lodging there.
Yeah. I mean, roll for persuasion, or you can try suggestion. Yeah, you could probably pull that off.
Actually, that's one of my traits as a. I mean, I'll definitely roll if you want, but as an entertainer, I get that. Jeez, sorry, my cat's spazzing out.
It's
That's
one
fine.
of your background perks, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Feature by popular demand.
All right, then. Yeah, then you're fine. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to secure lodging for you and whoever you claim as part of your group.
Yeah, these guys, they're with me. They're my entourage. They got to keep me safe on the road. It gets dangerous out there. There was just today this like air elemental thing. Crazy madness.
Just today. That was days ago.
Like
just days ago. Just 5 days ago. Yeah, it's
Weird,
crazy.
You fought an elemental. I fought an earth elemental just a few days ago. Well, I guess it's maybe like a week or two ago now, but. Huh. Yeah, hey, you didn't pick up one of these, did you? And I hold up the stone.
No, that stone broke with the person who cast it.
Oh, really? Bummer. I'm pretty sure I can still make him come out. I'm not sure how to work one of these things, but I don't know. Here, Finn, do you want to hold on to it?
Yeah, sure. And I'll run an Arcana check on that.
All right, go ahead.
All right, and
Oof.
Ugh. So I guess the beer has taken hold.
All right, you do know one thing, and it's pretty obvious. You look at like crushed up little gem, big rock, and you're like, these are different. These, this seems more rare than this. This seems like it could do more than this. And that's about as far as you get. That's about as far as you get.
I'll sleep on it. Like, not physically on it. That sounds uncomfortable, but I'll wait
I would
until.
think that. Okay.
Alrighty.
Tao's also gonna check to see if he knows anything, but he's probably not gonna say anything about it if he does.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
I also have to factor in what's realistic from where you came from.
Yeah.
Did you ever find your way towards the Whitecap Mountains at all, or you pretty much stay in the forest?
He was pretty much in the forest.
Yeah, you don't really know anything about it. But you can also kind of piece together, like, this is one tiny little gem. This is like a big rock with crystals coming out of it. I think this one's more powerful.
Okay.
I think we'll bed down for the night if we got lodging and everything.
Yeah.
You do.
Tao is also gonna pay for his pig because he said he would. He's gonna keep his word.
I'll
right.
mentor him through that so he knows how much to actually give. Proper tipping
pigs,
amounts.
They're 100 gold.
No.
No, the bar does not try to cheat the bear because they are really afraid of what would happen if he found out.
Seen wild shape in bear form? Not pretty.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, because you can become even more bearific.
Yeah, I kind of love that. If I wild shape into a bear, I just become a bigger bear.
Alrighty, so you wake up the next day, I take it, and head out?
Yes.
Yeah.
right,
How much did that cost the pig, just so I know?
I'd say, like, gosh, freaking trying to convert as to what it would actually be. I don't know, is it like 5 gold?
Okay.
I don't know. It was like a really, like, the fanciest thing they got. We have this bard is going to mentor us here of how much he should actually be paying.
Yeah, one sec. The rule Nazi's jumping in. I got this.
Got it. It's like what, meal excellent quality or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like-
that?
I was thinking so. Yeah.
So I'm figuring out
Okay.
how much the pig would cost.
All right. In-stay meals.
Yeah,
Modest,
it's meal,
comfortable,
it's the
wealthy,
Wealthy.
aristocratic.
I'd say
I'd say
aristocratic since it's a whole pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 gold piece.
All right.
But that comes with drinks and everything. So
well, we did order
It's
a
a nice-
whole pig
nice
though. It's
meal.
like for more than one person.
yeah.
So I imagine it would be that. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Still
right.
got 1,468.
Alrighty, so you are all back on the world map now.
Before we leave the town, I'm definitely gonna pick up a case of potions, maybe 10 of them, and
what
a first aid kit.
I gotta say, what kind of potions?
How much do potions cost? Because I couldn't
Oh.
find those.
There is a standard price for them somewhere. I forget where.
Yeah, I just
I
couldn't.
think that's in
find
the
them
Dungeons Master Guide.
That's what I thought. Because I couldn't find them in the player's handbook.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, the only one in the player's handbook is a basic potion of healing, and that's 50.
Right, but at the level we're at, I feel like I would have wanted to
Yeah,
get some of the
we
bigger
need some-
ones.
Yeah, we need heavy stuff.
I'll probably pick up some potions as well while we're here.
I mean, we can always figure that part out later.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So can we just
Um,
add a certain amount of potions?
Well, okay, so each potion of healing, the most basic one, unless Richard, you want if they have any better ones, the basic
Mhm.
one of healing is 50 gold. It's
Right.
2d4 plus 2.
Right.
Yeah.
So in Corvin, I picked up 3 for a total of 150 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that at this place you can get nothing more than the most basic of potions.
Okay. Then I'm
Gotcha.
buying 10 of them.
Oops.
All right, you buy
Why
10.
did I do that?
That is 500 gold.
Well, I don't have
Oh my
any. I don't have any right now, so I'd rather have something.
Any gold or any potions?
Potions.
Okay.
All right, I think we got time for one more little chapter. I think we'll be good.
Alright.
So, assuming that all that gets taken care of, you all can see the world map, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You all head from the Angry Orchard towards Whitehedge. And on your way, mind you, this is what is it? This is like a week journey unless you're on the steeds would then cut it down to like 3.5 days.
Well, we have a cart or something, right? A wagon?
Yeah, so I think that would cut down to like 3.5 days to get you guys there.
Okay.
And so, in the middle of your journey, you get to the village, which should be popped up on the screen now. The village of Wider.
I see it.
Yep.
Woo!
All right, so let's go to that. And here we are. It seems to be a very simple village, and you're getting in really late at night at this point. When you come in, it's getting pretty close to dark, and yeah, it's just like huts and stuff. It seems to be very agricultural. It seems like there's not a lot of investment here. It's just like, all right, we're gonna farm and we're gonna give people like the bare minimum to survive. You hear some people kind of like crying. There's just random chickens and dogs. Like basically imagine Witcher, you're going through one of their poor towns. And that's kind of what it's like. You see some oxen. You see a couple of kids kind of like playing around. But overall, everybody just seems really sad when they're coming in.
Who's the crying person?
Who's the crying person? There's just a woman who's just crying.
Can I approach her?
Sure.
I hop down from the wagon and I walk up to her and I say, excuse me, miss, what seems to be the issue?
My husband has been away for so long, and he's the one who brings us money, and he has not come back for weeks. He headed towards the capital, but he has not returned, and we are running low on food, and we're just taxed so heavily, and just so much of our food goes over to the kingdom, but we're so hungry.
While she's droning, I call over Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Finn, could you play something for her to maybe calm her emotions a little bit?
Yeah, I'll start playing and kind of lean in. Hey, you notice this place is kind of a shithole.
Finn, she's right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have like a community center or like a place for everyone to?
They don't, Finn. Look how crappy. There's manure in the street.
I noticed.
These guys are just getting by.
I've got a pretty decent perception check. I could smell the manure. Like just so.
I can smell it too.
The only thing remotely to any form of government or community thing is there seems to be a little area that looks kind of like a post office, maybe that maybe mail could come in and out, but that is it.
How about a large field or some area where we could get everyone kind of there?
There's definitely field. If you go out there are like this picture just kind of shows the more residential part, but then if you like were to look out over to the right, you'd see like more like bigger tracts of land and everything. And the issue is like there is lots of food, but they can't even afford to eat it because they need to send it away.
Finn, there's something you can do with your cart. Maybe we can like make a delivery or something for them. Like, you can't just let these people suffer like this.
Why are they suffering?
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a feast. This is gonna be pro bono. We're opening up some of these kegs. Maybe not the nicer stuff. We'll get them. We're gonna open up some kegs, get these guys fed and drank and jolly. I'll play some music. We'll get some spirits high in this place tonight. What do you think?
Well, here, Finn, I don't want anything to come out of your pocket. I'm more than willing to pay for it. I've got quite a few gold saved up, so anything that you can offer, I'll buy it off you, and we can share it with these people.
And we can talk about that later. I think right now we need to figure this out. Go get some people to stack wood for a bonfire, get some tables out. We're gonna go spread the word around the village that some stuff's gonna happen tonight. How about that, young lady?
Okay. I guess I hold on to the woman's hands and we're like, we're gonna figure something out for you guys, and don't worry,
Thank you.
The cavalry's here.
Thank you so much.
And I guess I'm gonna like head into town to see if there's an area that we could have like a I guess a makeshift festival of sorts, if that's possible.
You look around and you're like, man, there is no place for this. It is just like rows of huts. There's no like open area besides areas that like corn or cattle are. Like there is just nothing here. They clearly did not design this for like any type of what would you call it?
Community
something
event?
some community event or just like a value to life, you know? It's
I say we
Okay.
riot.
There's no standard of living. It's just like a mill for food.
I will. Is there like a central area, or is it just like one street, village? How many people like estimated are here?
It is a one street village, as you see in the picture. That's like their main street. And then it breaks off into like tinier streets to get to other huts. So you're probably estimating 1 to 200 people,
1 to 200 people.
maybe like 100.
1 to
Do we have
200.
enough supplies for a feast that large? I don't think your wagon's that big, is it?
I think we can figure something out.
All right. I trust you completely.
I get that a lot.
You see that it is mostly humans, but what you also see, actually, roll. Yeah, either what's your passive perception, or if it's not above 15, then roll.
17
It is not
here.
above 15. That is 1 moment, please.
I've got 16 passive.
16 passive, you'll definitely see.
That's a 4 perception.
Yeah, Duel's not gonna see.
Oof.
All right, so we're gonna say that the bard spots out of the corner of his eye. He sees some goblins too. It seems like some goblins are like they've got like their smaller huts, and they seem to have some space too. So you're kind of on this like offshoot of the wild. So if anybody wants to roll history or whatever seems to
I
make
can do
sense. Yeah.
I got that.
Offshoot of
More-
the wilds. Should I roll a survival?
I don't think that would help. All right, so the bard definitely knows what's up.
Ha
20 for me.
Yep. Oh yeah, you definitely know what's up too.
Damn.
So you have nat one.
No fucking idea.
Ba-dum, bow.
You're like, you have been in the middle of the woods. You don't know anything
Nope.
about what's going on in this part of the world. Which I'm glad the roles worked out that way.
I know.
Because Duel and Finn, they know all about this. That the goblins have been driven out of basically everywhere. They have been shat upon or enslaved by so many different groups of people: orcs, tieflings, they even hobgoblins. Like they're like the lowest ranking race of anything out there. And the wilds even is closing in on them, and so they've even been forced out of the wilds in some cases. And so if you happen to see these goblins, you gotta have a pretty good feeling. These are like refugees. These are like people who are trying to go to any crappy place that they can try to call a home. And, they might even be happy to be there because it's still 1,000 times better than where they came from. So you do see some of those goblins off in the distance, and like basically their clothing is little more than rags. And it's just like, that might hit you or not, depending on how empathetic you are.
I'm definitely empathetic to anyone of a smaller stature. So
Even goblins?
I mean, normally I would be kind of so-so, but these guys look like they've had a rough time, and they could deserve some goodwill. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click my heels.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate my winged boots.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use them to flutter up to, I guess, any kind of central house, or like, so if we're using the picture as an idea, I want to flutter up to like the top of that building.
Okay.
And then say, "Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me. I'm very sorry to take your evenings. I'm sure you're all very busy, but if you direct your attention to my friends over here, we're travelers, and we're here to bring upon you some good graces and good wills, some spirits and some drinks and possibly some food as well. I'd like if my friends here would join me. We're here to give a helping hand to anyone else that needs it, and in the good name of Hieronius, please, we're servants to you, to what you need.
Oh, and as you say the name Hieronius and people look to you, because the temple of Hieronius is not that far off from where they were. It is kind of like, I mean, it is relatively far. It's still like about a week away or whatever it is, but still, some of them have heard of Hieronius, and some of them do worship Hieronius, and they're like, yeah, Hieronius!
They're like, yeah, random civilian, you go. And I love you, random civilian.
Peasant number 1 and peasant number 2.
So
Right.
I just clasped my hands together. I'm like, let's get this party started. And I hop back down to help out with handing out supplies and stuff from the wagon.
Alrighty.
Does anyone else know prestidigitation? Is that...
Oh, that mouse
Anybody?
did.
I
mouse
only
did?
know minor illusion.
Gotcha. All right. Cool, just double checking.
No, but I know Goodberry.
Well, that'll actually help.
It provides
get people
enough
fed.
nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day, and I make 10 berries. There's 10 people.
Well, once this party gets started, I'm planning on blasting all three of my level 3 spells for the day on create food and water, and that's 45, 90, 135 pounds of food.
Holy
wow.
shit!
I hope you realize that's only 45 people.
Well, I mean, a pound of food, like, you could get a pound
Oh.
of food.
I mean, you
per
can
person.
ration it, but it says on the actual page of the spell that that one use of the spell is 15 people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, people can share. Okay, we're doing this for free.
That's why I'm looking at mine as well. So I can cast Goodberry 3 times.
Oh, gotcha.
There's 30 people.
Another person looks over and says, like, if you have gold, you could buy off some of this food. We do have food here. It's just that we have to sell it. So if you do want to buy some food,
I would love.
there will be enough. There will be enough food for everyone.
However, Tao looks at the rest of them and says, "If we feed them for 1 day, what will that change?"
It'll bring some
change.
morale.
One more day is sometimes all you need, Tao. Sometimes that can make the biggest difference in the world.
Should they not go and hunt for their own food? Get it for themselves and share amongst the village?
Obviously they would, and they most likely still do, but everyone needs help from now and then. It's a good thing to remember that.
It is in the wilds, this idea of if you die, then you nourish someone else. Isn't that the same out here?
It can be, but we're a little bit more civilized than the wilds. Sometimes you have to help out your fellow man.
Or no.
Or no.
Or no.
Or bear, and I struck Bosco's head.
Perhaps.
While we're handing out food and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can either be helping with that, or to further boost people's morale, I can use my feat, Inspiring Leader,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to target like 6 people. But if you're flexible, I could use it just for 10 minutes. I can tell of the exploits of some of my past adventures, including the one from our last campaign against the Earth Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And just like for however long, just like, and then the ranger jumped up on top of the elemental and he started stabbing it right in the face, and he threw him down, but he got back up and he was still fighting, and just kind of go through all the beats of the story and try and entertain people. And actually, I have minor illusion,
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of like basically very low res puppet show what happens.
Okay.
You know what?
I guess
You're gonna
roll
be my hype man.
performance.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
my hype man, and I'm granting you bardic inspiration to add a d6 to that.
All right, can I roll persuade, I guess, to inspire people?
It's almost like performance if you're doing the minor illusions too.
I'll
It's
do
a
performance then.
it's a performance of storytelling.
All right. That is that should be a +4 if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. And I don't know what it is. That's 16. I'm going to go ahead and add the inspiration on it too.
All right.
And that's a D6, you said?
Yep.
Ooh, 22 of inspiring speech and or showmanship.
The people feel inspired. They're just like, oh my gosh, it's like between that and the food, their spirits are lifted more than they have been lifted in years. No one has ever tried to help them like this. And suddenly, just people start bringing out their tin can drums and all this other stuff that's like made from these crappy materials to turn into instruments. And then like everybody is like, they're inspired just to the point of singing and dancing, and people are having like a great time as night starts to fall.
Yeah. I'm feeling a lot better about my position in the world as a gnomish paladin.
And then, so a little bit of time passes, and you notice that, like, in all this feast, you don't see the goblins. You only see the people out with the feast or whatever. And at some point into the night, you see a fire coming from far away, off in the distance of the further side of the town.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should have kept some of those level 3 spells.
It wasn't me, I promise, guys. I swear I didn't do it this time. I mean, there's a fire. We should go investigate.
Does it look like approaching torches?
No.
Oh, okay. Huh.
It seems like a single source fire, but it seems big. It's not like just like torches. It's like a hut is on fire.
I'll nudge a some of the one of the locals and ask, where is that? What is that?
That's one of the huts. Quick, over there, help us.
Oh no!
I guess
I'll jump on Bosco and I'll ride off.
Yeah, heading towards the huts.
All right. I'm going to assume that all you guys get over there faster than any of the other people do, and what you see is one of the smaller goblin huts is in flames. And so you see something in flames. You see to the left there is you see this goblin who's just staring at the fire, and he turns back at you with this dreadful, sad look on his face.
Aw.
What happened here? I'm gonna. I don't have any water except for holy water.
Tao says salt water to his jug, and he produces 12 gallons to put out the fire.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice. Is that
12
enough?
gallons is not
Yeah.
really enough to
Well-
put it out, but you can try.
He's still gonna try.
All right, so
That's
Is
as much
it-
as he can make.
Is it too
like-
far gone to like get in there and make sure see if anyone's in there?
Well, you
Oh, yeah.
do. You do see only one goblin out there, and you saw multiple goblins earlier.
I'll run up to him and ask him. Are there anyone? Is there anyone in there? Does someone help him?
He's just like so sad and petrified, and you do see this big scar on his face, and he's speechless. He can't bring himself to say anything.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna jump into the stream of water to get myself soaked and just run into the hut.
Okay. Do a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
I don't have create water yet as a druid.
Ooh, that's not great.
Alrighty, you're going to take 5 fire damage as you
Oof.
rush in, try to. you look around and you see two goblin bodies on the floor.
Oh no. I'm gonna scoop him up and run with him.
Alrighty. I don't even know what that is.
My carrying capacity is once. That helps. And my strength. Oh, actually, it should be more because my strength is.
You're fine on the strength part because they're just little goblins. I'm more concerned with like all the smoke and stuff.
Oh.
I definitely wouldn't let him go in there alone. I'd charge right in after him.
Okay. You charge in there, and so you roll a Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, Andrew, don't you have your super high Did you just roll super low? Because you do have that really good Constitution.
It's impossible to roll that low, isn't it?
You have a 19 Constitution, but I guess that is only +4 if you rolled a 4 plus that. So.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. Look, wait, what? 4 plus 4, 0 global saving throw bonus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you just rolled a 4. Yeah.
Because he only gets a +4. He's not proficient in Constitution.
Actually, hold on. Was he within 10 feet of me?
It seemed like he ran in a lot faster than you did, so I don't think he did.
All right. Well, then I got a 16 then for Constitution.
Yeah, you're fine when you go in.
I see him struggling with the goblins, and I try and pick up one or help him out any way I can.
Okay. So you're able to carry them out, and I will say that you're probably coughing quite a bit just from all the smoke and stuff when you get out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm like diving in there and just like, come on, we got to keep going.
All right. So you see one with a giant gash across the face that's even deeper than the one on the old goblin, and you can roll a medical check on that person.
Well, do we drag him out of the fire?
Yeah, you dragged both goblins out of the fire.
Okay. I'm not so good with the medicine, but I can lay on hands. So I'm going to try and revive them that way.
Okay.
So in addition to the, I got a medical kit and a case of potions. Just double checking that.
Okay.
First aid kit.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Don't use your potions. I got this.
All
I
right.
put my hands together and I do a lay on hands for 5 hit points.
For both of them?
For both of them, yes.
All right. You were able to resuscitate one, but not the other. The one with the big gash across the face seems beyond saving. But another one just starts to breathe a bit.
Are you all right? I'm sorry we weren't here sooner. What happened here?
The person points up above her head, just like shaking a bunch. And if you look behind you, you see a burning symbol of Hieronius.
That's not right. Oh, crap. So wait, are we talking like a cross here?
Yeah, basically like burning cross, but Hieronius, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to take that down, please. I'll be like, oh shit, and I try and put that out.
Alrighty. There is enough water to put that out.
Okay. What is this? What is the meaning of this? Can I look around and see if there's anyone watching us right now?
Yeah, you see some people who, the minute you see just some common townspeople who kind of look over and just like they're trying to see what happened, and like some of them are like holding their hands over their mouths. They're just like kind of in shock of what happened.
There's no like no one standing there with a big grin on their face or anything.
No one seems to be standing there with a big grin on their face in what you can see.
Tell me, is this common in these sorts of areas?
It's not supposed to be.
this sad old goblin just sits down with the dead child and just like puts his hand over the eyelids and just kind of like buries his head down into the chest of the kid that died.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
He looks up and he sees the Hieronius symbols on your armor, and he just says, "Go away, go away."
I pick up my symbol and I walk away.
Alrighty.
Tao's gonna look over at Finn. He's like, "What just happened?"
That's complicated.
I guess I want to I don't know, I kind of want to look around for clues or something. Is the house still burning? Do we manage to put it out, or because we didn't have enough water?
It's still burning. It's basically burning down to rubble at this point.
Is there any way we can stop if there's any, if it's spreading to any other buildings? Can we stop that at least?
It seems to be contained to just this.
Okay. Guys, this is not the Order of Hieronius way. This is not. He teaches us chivalry. He teaches us honor. He teaches us respect. This is none of these things. There's no reason that someone in Hieronius' name should be doing this. We need to find out who's doing this and stop it at once.
So you're saying it's an imposter?
It's someone with the wrong idea of what he wants, and that can be a dangerous thing.
Do you think that I would say that you probably recognize the people who were shouting Hieronius from earlier? Like, if you were to see them again, you would know what they looked like. So you might have an idea of at least a clue of who to look for.
Is there a temple or shrine to Hieronius in this village?
No, there's nothing in this village. However, most of the party and festival is still going on back where you came from.
Ah, man, that sucks.
We have to... Was there anyone missing from the festival? Not that we really know everyone there, but anyone of note that was missing?
You don't think that you saw, at least for a while at the party, you might have seen them for a little while, but you're trying to think, like, in the, the half hour or so, however much it was before you noticed that this happened, you don't recall seeing those people who were, like, shouting Hieronius earlier. And you probably noticed that because you're like, hey, yeah, I like people who are, following Hieronius, and so you were kind of hoping to see them, perhaps, and they just weren't there for a while. So you did notice that they were missing.
All right.
Could I roll an investigation check to look for clues and stuff?
Yeah. You don't see anything.
It's too dark. I can't see shit. I've got dark vision. Can't see shit.
Guys,
That's a bummer.
I think I might know who's behind this. Let's head back to the party and ask around.
Sure.
All right. You go back to the party. And what do you do when you're at the party?
Can I find the woman that was crying earlier?
You can roll to see if you find her.
Is that perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Maybe a 7.
Yeah, you don't find her.
All right, then I'll go up to whoever seems like a leader or affluent person and ask them.
The closest thing you can find is the tallest farmer. That's...
Send me to the tallest.
Yeah, that's the closest you can find to a leader in this town. It's just like, I don't know, he's the tallest. He's probably gonna lead something. So you just go up to him.
I'll say, hey, Duel, we gave you guys free food earlier. Would you happen to know, where were those guys? Are there any Hieronius followers around here? Like any really, Any like really like I point to my symbol and I'm like, people of also like him a lot.
Oh yeah, I think they're over there, and he points towards there's like a little bonfire wherever there is as part of the party, and you see two guys, they're like clanking cups together, and they're just like harmonious.
Harmonious.
Don't turn my god into the KKK, God damn it, Richard. I go stomping over there.
All right, you stomp over there.
And I say, hey, do any of you guys know about what happened over in the Goblin Burrow?
Damn right, we took care of those evil goblins, those freaking Hextor followers, and we got them good. So don't you worry about that. They won't be disrupting our party. They were trying to come in here, but we showed them what's what.
No.
So the
And
bear.
Listen. Everybody knows that goblins are followers of Hextor, and they're trying to bring Hextor's law into our human town, and that is not acceptable, and you know this.
Those are stereotypes, and that is bigotry, and that is absolutely not what Hyronius stands for. And this is wrong. You should never just outright attack people that mean you no harm.
All right, and the second guy who wasn't talking earlier comes forward. He's like, "Hey, I don't appreciate your tone, little guy. How do I know you're really one of us?"
I know, because I know the tenets of devotion of Hyronius are honesty, courage, compassion, and honor. And I'm totally not looking at my paladin sheet right now.
Right, yeah.
And what parts of that aren't we doing? Don't you go around killing followers of Hector?
I don't go killing them at their house or when they're not doing anything wrong.
You did that the last session.
They were... I still believe that they were cultists.
Like 1 or 2 weeks ago you did that. But anyway.
Stop metagaming, DM.
Well, I don't understand. You know what? I think you should leave. I think you should leave. This is what you should do. And like he pulls up a pitchfork. He's like, you best leave right now. You best leave right now.
The big ass bear is gonna pull out his ironwood bow staff and sort of try to push away that pitchfork. He's like, you better not, and start something.
And he circles around and brings it back up. He's like, you watch it, bear. You watch it.
Could I roll an investigation? All right,
Go back
not
where you
investigation.
came from.
Could I roll an intimidation to help back them up? Kind of make them...
Back up the Hyronius people? Sure.
No, my boys.
Oh, them. Yeah, you can do that.
How'd that turn out?
Good. They're just like, you stay out of this, half-breed.
I want to try and interject myself. And I say, listen, and I'll do a persuasion roll. Listen, one of the tenets is compassion, and that's not just for people that look like you. That's for everyone. And even if they do worship Hexter, you shouldn't just outright attack them because of their appearance. That's wrong in any situation.
All right,
And
why don't we
I
go
think
over
you know.
there? Why don't we go over there and frickin' find out if they're evil, and if they are, then we finish them off. What do you say? What if they're infiltrating our town? Huh? Or you just why do you think that they're good all of a sudden? What's gotten into you? Are you supposed to investigate and help protect us from people like them?
If I may pose a conjecture, if they were innocent, then your killing of them would make you evil, would it not?
But they're not innocent.
You don't know that.
I know. I know goblins all my life. Goblins killed my uncle.
What
Real
is
quick.
innocence?
I need to hit the bathroom. I'm going to be right back.
All
I
right.
actually have the perfect way to resolve this.
Okay.
I would say, you know what? Yeah, let's go and talk to them. Let's all hash this out right now.
All right. Let's take a 1 minute break and get ready for that.
All right. While they're walking over there, he's gonna cast Shillelagh. just to get ready.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna get a.
There is no
drink of
way
water.
that this will go horribly wrong.
Oh my god.
I guarantee you that.
I'm gonna end up fucking hitting a peasant with a piece of rebar.
Oh my god.
That's what's gonna happen.
I just love you don't go into people's homes and kill them. Just...
Duel.
I didn't remember seeing any cops or anything there. I don't think that
Duel.
was their home. I think that was just their...
They're
temple.
dwarves who live underground.
What do they not have beds or homes or
Maybe if
apartment
you
buildings?
investigate more, you would have found the beds.
Actually, I'm gonna be right back then. For taking a second.
Fine.
Let's see.
Right. Oh, I wasn't muted at all, was I? How we doing?
We're doing pretty good. I'll have something ready for you in just a second, I think. Alright.
8 o'clock is gonna come early.
Yeah, we'll be done soon. This is the last part.
All right.
So you're coming in 8 to 3?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'm straight to DC.
Yeah, I'm 8:45 to close. Or sorry, 7:45 to 3. 7:45 to 2:45. So we're opening together. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nice. Do you want me to bring coffee or bagels?
Ooh, bagels sound good.
Alright.
I'd give you some money for some bagels.
Meh. Any preference on flavors? Everything bagels, plain. Sometimes they have like spinach.
I like plain bagels.
All right. Would you like it toasted?
It doesn't matter too much to me.
All right. Side of butter or cream cheese?
I don't care a whole lot about that. Whatever works. All right. So, Ryan, are you back? Yeah, you are.
I am back. We're waiting on Artem, though.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting, why don't you do what you like to do best? Draw us some fire on this little one over here.
Yeah!
Wait, so when you poke stuff, that causes rings? Or do you have to do something special for that?
You know what? I need to bring Duel in here.
Yes, please.
And that might take a second to give you all of the permissions and everything, but... Oh, wait, no. I think I can connect them to your character relatively quickly. Represents duel.
Oh, there I am. Can I have Bosco as well, please?
Yeah. Did you already give me something for Bosco?
I might not have given you a picture for Bosco, actually.
Yeah.
So
one...
is there a way for the spells to make them show up as used in your sheet? Like to use up spell slots?
I don't know. You can use these little bars. Like you could use, or the little bubbles. Like you could use the
Really?
red for level 2 or the blue for level 1 or something like that.
Interesting.
Here you go. Here's a picture.
Oh yeah, look at that fire. Bosco is large or medium?
Medium. He's a black bear.
Okay. Well, I could only find a brown one.
But he's the right size, so we're good.
Okay.
That's perfect, actually.
Okay. I gotta get us some people real quick. Yeah, I guess right here's fine.
Oh.
Oh my
There we
god,
go.
shit's happening and I'm missing it all.
No, we're just setting up.
Oh, we got the mini boss. He's donezo. I got some sweet loot. Part of it's a loot.
That was pretty amazing. That double backflip you did, and then you played
yeah.
his trump and blew his head up. I'd never seen
Oh,
that
yeah.
before in my life.
So you gotta train in acrobatics. It pays off.
Right, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Thank you. But
So,
I didn't know you could summon a geyser of water filled with razor blades. Like, is that just flavor text?
I mean, I like to throw in a little extra something there, but you know, it's all a part of my style.
Brava, brava.
Sorry, just a second. I gotta get me a couple of humans.
There should be human
is like-
peasants in the actual thing.
So, while we're walking over there, I put on a really big brave face when I say, let's go handle this. But then I look back to Tao and Finn, and I say, listen, so I'm going to do my best to try and make peace between these guys, but just help out however you can, please. I'm nervous this could turn really badly, really quickly.
I was just gonna like bounce the bamboo staff in his hand. He's like, I'm ready.
Alrighty.
You might notice now that Finn doesn't even have any weapons at all or armor.
You didn't buy any weapons?
No, man, I'm a bard. I play music. Why would I need to do
You could have a
anything?
dagger. You could have a knife.
Well, I mean, yeah, for kitchen prep, but that's like,
Most everyone has at least a dagger.
I guess these are violent
Tao
times,
has
but
a
I'm just here to
small
play
knife.
music. I'm just here to play music, man.
Alrighty. We got ourselves... I guess this music's good for now, and if we need battle music, we'll get to it. If we don't, then we don't need it.
Do we have battle music? Or music
I'll
in
have it
general?
standing by.
I have something just on my Witcher playlist right now. It sounds like intense, but it's whatever. Alright, so... Is everybody good? Is everybody ready to come back?
I hope so.
Oops.
My
Oh
music.
god, the world shifted beneath us.
Yeah.
My
Earthquake!
music is so like jaunty and jolly. It's not right at all.
I just put some new music in.
Okay.
I'm switching to it. Yeah.
Red tube. What?
What?
It's YouTube Red.
Listen, don't play it on that stream. Don't play that on stream.
Oh lordy.
Please tell me we have an explicit tag.
Actually, my channel does.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
There is cursing that happens and stuff.
Yeah, I think I've been been throwing out a lot. So I
Alrighty.
I
apologize.
don't give a shit.
So
Sup, 12-year-olds?
with that, you get back to the burning hut, and these guys are like, "Damn right, here he is. He's evil. I tell you what."
I tell
Alright.
you what.
First off, Finn, you think maybe you could just give us a little overture or something to and I kind of like give him like a wink.
Oh yeah, I'll throw out a little bum ba bum 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 ding ding. Yeah, get a little hype music going on.
Why are you playing music, man? What is this the time? Really?
Some calm emotions we could really use right now.
I think I will. I will. Yeah, I'll bust out one of those. So they've got to make a DC 14 charisma throw.
Oh, these guys don't have high charisma.
I can tell.
Yeah. All right. Guy number 1 with the club,
Yes.
and guy number 2 with the beard.
Ooh, close.
Scary
Yep. No,
close,
but
though.
they do feel calmer. All right. Yeah. You know what? It's all gonna work out because you're gonna see. They're evil.
Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
can I approach the if there's a group of goblins or at least the man the
It's
fob.
just the old goblin, and then there's the little kid goblin resting at this point. There's no other goblins.
I want to try and bring both parties together and we're gonna talk it out, and it's gonna go great, and we're gonna fucking make friends.
Does the goblin also have to make a saving throw for the calm emotions?
I think as we come into range, yes. Because he's still playing the song.
I
right?
believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's, strong emotions in a group
Yep.
of people.
Concentration
Yeah,
up
alright.
to a minute, so he keeps playing it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
And I will, in a calm manner, kind of start setting out the terms, like, we're here to talk. Everyone here wants to resolve this peaceably. There's no reason to...
It's like he's calm, but he's still like still passionate about it, even if he's calm. He's just like, you killed my child.
Could I, on the way there, could I convince... Oh, I guess we're not moving anywhere. Could I convince them to drop weapons as a sign of peace?
Well, I think everybody's come together already right now, so I think it's too late for that.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm hoping that we can broker some peace here. I just so we're clear, this is going to be a diplomatic mission to create peace here, and a part of peace is no lies, only the truth, as Hieronius tells us. And with his good graces, we're going to hear the truth.
You want them to get away with what they just did. They torched my home and murdered my child. This is just more of the same. There's no place for me anywhere. Maybe I should just jump in the fire myself.
Hold on. Before you do that, I cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
Zone of Truth is 1 second. That's spells. Right there.
Alrighty.
I'm pretty sure I need charisma saving throws from everyone.
Everybody!
Everyone within 60 feet of me.
Oh, man.
Nope.
I can lie.
Oh. So that's a nat 1 -1 and a 2 16s.
Who are the 16s?
The 16s are the humans, and the nat 1 is this goblin here.
Oh, that sucks.
All right, that's fine. That's who I needed to tell the truth, anyways. Now, please, Mr. Goblin, tell these men, these misguided men, that you do not worship Hextor, and you did not deserve to have your house burned down.
All right, well, he's gonna be honest to a fault because he got nat 1, and he'll give away even things that maybe weren't needed to be said. He says, like, I grew up being raised to worship Hextor. I have grown to see that no god looks after me, and that there's not even anything to be gained through destruction, as Hextor preaches. There's no place for me or my kind anywhere. Our gods have done nothing for us but forsaken us. So no, if you were to ask me, do I worship Hextor? Do I teach my children to worship Hextor? The answer is no. I teach them to worship no one.
See?
Well, yeah, we're good here. So let's rebuild this house, huh?
So I look at these two guys and said, you are at fault here. You incorrectly and wrongly burned down this home and killed his child. You need to see that the fault here, and you need to know that Hieronymus would not approve of these actions. And I'm willing to do a persuasion roll to get these guys to...
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll persuasion.
Could I assist him in that?
Yep.
Somehow.
Sweet.
Could we all three of us assist?
How would you assist? I could understand the bard perhaps, like, magically assisting somehow, but...
I can assist.
Well, I could
being
also-
intimidating a big bear with a stick.
If he assists me, I get advantage.
Well, I could kind of
Oh.
pick up the. I could kind of pick up, and if he starts like stammering or something, I could jump in and be like, "Yeah, and this is the good reason, and this is a good reason." I'm just gonna go ahead and roll that. Oh, and I think you still have some bardic inspiration if you want to use it.
So, with advantage, because I'm being assisted, that's an 18 plus 7.
Yep.
Nice.
So you do successfully get them to see that, like, all right, we were in the wrong, but it was for the right reasons. We shouldn't be punished for this. We won't do this again. We'll leave you alone. But this, how about
It's not good. It's not good enough to just say you'll leave him alone. You need to make it right.
Yeah, you kind of burned his house down. That's not okay.
And murdered my child. They can
That's
never
another
make
big
it
one.
right. How could they ever make it right? They can't undo what they've done.
How would you like it to be righted? Maybe we can find some middle ground here.
We could burn one of their children.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Tao, you're not helping.
The only
Just offering.
The only thing I can ever see of having any hope is to somehow get my child into a place better than this, a place where he can, or she can have her own life, not to be persecuted like this. I don't know how that's even possible anymore. We should just go into the fire and be done with it.
Not too fast. Do I know any with a history check, would I know any high level clerics in the area or in a nearby town within a reasonable journey where we could take the body to have it maybe resurrected?
We afford a resurrection?
It has been recent enough that it's easier to do. You are you're like right in the center of like the plains of. Let me take you back just to show you. Oh no, I did put you on the world map. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right here, like right in the smack of. Like you're just in a big dead zone. I mean, you are days away from. You're a couple days away. You could get to Whitehedge. That
Oof.
would take you 2 to 4 days, depending on your travel. You'd be closer to Norris Krog, actually. That would be your closest bet, I think, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
And it would take you further away from your ultimate goal. And even then, I don't know. As far as like finding, let me go into my notes real quick to see if you would be able to know if anybody were there. You could roll for it and see, but it'd have a pretty high number for me to say that you do know someone.
Got an 18 total.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you don't know.
All right, that's fair.
Can I try too?
Yeah.
For history or religion?
Ooh.
Religion.
Wouldn't it? Oh, right. They got rid of like all of the knowledge stuff. There used to be a geography one.
Yeah. No, you don't know either. Like you do know of there is the Temple of Hieronius. That's the only one that you would know of. You know where the Temple of Hieronius is. You've met some of those clerics. You do think it's possible from there, but you're not as familiar enough to know about resurrection from any other cleric.
Here's what I propose. Now, there's nothing that can bring your son back. Even at the temple, or even at the order, there's not many high-level clerics that can perform that kind of thing. And it would be quite a travel. But I think we can turn this into opportunity for people. If you're willing, the two men, honor Hieronius, help rebuild their homes, help rebuild their entire... Because I'm assuming they live in some kind of like goblin ghetto or something like that, right?
It's like a goblin ghetto inside of a human ghetto.
Oh wow.
It's just like a shitty town.
I'll give you 100 gold between the two of you. Rebuild this area. Make sure this was a tragedy and this was a travesty and there's nothing that can ever truly fix it. But we can move forward, hopefully stronger.
You're going to give them gold. You're going to give them 100 gold.
I'm giving
for killing
you 100 gold.
Oh.
Get the supplies that you need.
Me having 100 gold.
Make sure your son is well taken care of. Maybe send him to, I don't know, a monastery or something, school. Get him educated. You can bring him out of this hovel. This is enough money to make sure he can do that. And it will be enough money to make sure you're taken care of too.
I don't know what to say. I never dreamed I'd have 100 gold. But what of them? Doesn't your Hieronius at least believe in some kind of justice?
He has a point there.
I think we could swing the blade on them, but that would still put you with a crumbled house. I think the best redemption is through discipline and through sacrifice. And I think if these two men know in their hearts what they did was wrong, that they can help you rebuild. And with the gold and their help, I think they can rebuild this area to make it stronger than it ever was before.
I cannot accept your gold if it means letting them off the hook with no form of punishment whatsoever. At the very least, take them as your prisoners and take them to seek justice at the capital or something, but I can't bear to think of them roaming free after what they've done. It's impossible for me. 100 gold is great, but having that as knowledge all the time, I would throw myself in the fire 1,000 times.
Not even if they were the ones to rebuild your area, your home? Not even if they were the ones to sweat and build over this?
I have no home. I would like a hope for my son, yes, but that's only half the problem. There's also the issue that they need to have justice for what they've done. I'm not saying kill them. I'm saying something. They have to have some form of punishment if there is any Anything just in this world. Meanwhile, the guys are just like, "What? We were just trying to help Hieronius. This has gone too far. You know what? This is a bad idea." And they just like start backing away.
Sydney says,
This
"Burn
is
their
not
house
over.
down."
You do not leave yet. You are still in my charge. You still have crimes to pay for.
All right, roll intimidation.
That
And also,
I can help.
I was gonna say that Tao could probably assist with pretty well.
Are you assisting with
Oh,
that?
oh yes, I'm a big fucking bear.
Sure.
Get your advantage.
All right, cool.
I'm still holding the big ironwood stick. Oh,
Oh, nat 20. Yeah, they are scared shitless. They just frozen. When you're just like, "Don't you go anywhere," they're just like. So.
This man is grieving over his lost son, and you need to make sure this is right. This is the Hieronius way. This is the only way.
Alrighty, let me take you back to the hut.
Sydney and Brennan are both saying burn their houses down.
You guys are not helpful.
Wait, Cindy and Brendan are watching?
Yeah, they're watching the stream. I'm watching the YouTube chat.
Oh, that's
hey
great.
guys.
Also, Duel has not burned anything down, so where's the arsonist thing coming from? That's not-
Duel the Arsonist just keeps coming up in the chat.
Oh, that's
He's
funny.
never. He doesn't even. Okay, well, besides Lightbringer, but like besides that, he doesn't even use fire.
No, it's just you, the player, like to make fire on maps.
Oh
He
yeah,
really
I definitely
did.
do like. I definitely like that.
Some good fire though.
Yeah.
And speaking of fire, actually, I'll draw a Lightbringer and activate it.
Oh shit!
There goes
When
the
I
fire.
do my imitating stance, my natural 20, I'd
Mhm.
like to have Lightbringer in my hand.
And immediately the goblin says, "Set them on fire!
Oh my
Set
God.
them on fire, like they did to my son."
No, I'm trying to not solve this by blood. This
Duel,
more blood does
M-
not answer this.
maybe more fire was not the answer. You should put that out.
I'll sheath Lightbringer.
All right, Lightbringer has been sheathed.
Tell you what, boys. If you think you didn't do anything wrong, then obviously it would be no harm to go into court, explain what happened, and they'll let you off the hook, right?
Face justice.
Face justice and come out on the other side clean, right?
Are you suggesting something to them?
I certainly can.
I don't know. How are you? What?
Yes, because it's not
I'm just looking
technically
at the writing.
I'm not doing that.
what? Not doing what?
Duel the arsonist.
Arsonist.
Um.
I do not-
Yeah, you know what?
Hey,
Yeah,
Brett.
have them make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Alrighty.
Each of them, because I'll use
Wisdom?
2 of my. Yeah,
Oh, they got a little bit more wisdom than charisma. Okay.
that's surprising.
They had wisdom.
know,
They
right?
wouldn't have killed the people in the house.
Well, maybe it's an intelligence issue and not a wisdom issue.
Hmm.
They don't have the
Ooh.
greatest intelligence. All right, so that's a 10 and a 14.
Okay, so one of them thinks better of it.
Yeah, the
Oh.
one
Oh
closer.
no, I'm going to use my third piece of bardic inspiration to use cutting words against that one
Oh, okay.
to drop his. I need to roll a
Cutting words
d6.
work against saving throws?
Yeah, I think so. I'll double check.
I thought that was just against attacks.
Cutting words. Rolling bardic, subtracting.
I'm not on the chat, but I'm gonna ask.
Oh,
At what point did Brennan and
Oh.
Sydney come in?
A while ago.
A
while ago?
Yeah, almost
I
like
just wanted-
within the first 20 minutes.
Oh no way, that's cool. It's really funny. Andrew and I know about this. One of our former, Brennan, the other Brennan from Fairhaven.
Yeah.
He dated a girl named Sydney, so there was another Brennan in Sydney. So
Oh.
it's funny to see a new set of Brennan and Sydney.
Yeah, they're in there. They've been watching the whole time, basically.
Cool.
Nice.
That's great.
So for the record, it can affect an attack roll, ability check, or a damage roll.
Ability check, but not a saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All
The
right.
guy,
The power of guilt trip.
the guy closer looks over to his friend and is like, "Yeah, maybe he has a point, actually. It is a chance to get out of this freaking fuckhole.
Whoa,
Like-
whoa.
How could things
It is
really?
a shithole at the most.
No, fuckholes are good places from what I've heard.
Oh, you have gotten around.
Oh boy.
Brothels exist everywhere, buddy.
So yeah, he kind of looks back and he's like, "Yeah, you're kind of right. It literally could not get worse than this. Yeah, maybe we should go for it. Maybe we should head towards the capital."
All right, then I'll put you in my charge, and then I'll bring you to the ports.
All right, you're able to convince them to go with you, and the goblin is like, "Okay, I feel better now. Can I? Are you still giving me the 100 gold to give my son a future?"
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
I promise, on my honor, that I will see that these two face justice.
Thank you.
I'll speak for them. For you. I'll speak against them. For you. I'll be your representation.
Good save.
If
there.
it's yeah.
I'll speak for them. I'll give them a light sentence. All right.
30 days with good behavior.
All right, then I guess we got 2 more people to add to our journey to the capital.
Too soon, Andrew.
Man.
Too soon.
I know.
How can that carriage hold everyone?
Oh, no,
not
they're
on the
walking.
carriage.
Oh.
They're definitely walking.
All right.
Mhm.
Which will mean that to get back to the capital, it will take
wow.
you a full. However many days is that?
3.
Oh wow, that's a while.
Yeah,
that's way more
that's,
than 3.
it's actually you only got like 3 days left. You're fine.
I was gonna say we're gonna make it work because they're coming with us.
All right. Well, in any case, that is what you do, and you head towards Whitehedge, and that is where we're going to leave off for a little bit.
Cool.
Or that's where we're gonna end this one for now. Of course, now I have to find a new reason for Duel to not be here on Monday, but that's okay.
I could be taking the 2 guys to court.
Oh, true. All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Dual
All right.
Brightstone, attorney at large.
No, it's funny that Brennan and Sydney are here now. It's like, yeah, we could have all just played today. But
I was about to say, it's like they've literally been watching the entire time.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch! Of course, we're not all available tomorrow. God.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it is what it is. But
Well, at least I was able to join you guys today. Richard,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
side, I could get written in.
yeah, no, that worked out well. I was happy about that. Yeah, because I saw where you were on the map, and I'm like, Duel is really close to where you guys are. Like, we can make this work.
And I have a reason for bringing these 2 guys in to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well.
just for a second, let me calculate here. You were at roughly Badger's Hill. You had to come over this way. Let's say that you were in such a hurry that you came over the mountainside on Bosco pretty much the whole way. Let's say that took you, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Let's say that took you 3.5 days to get to the Order of Hieronius. Find out that it was all just a practical joke on you. Then you came down here and then did all that stuff. That's probably another. We'll call that another 1.5 days to get to here. You end up spending the night here. So that's a full 2 days. And then you went out here. That was another 2 days. So we're talking about like a 1.5 weeks and then more. So we're talking about like basically 2 weeks that all of this took on Duel's side. So now I've got to write in something to figure out why Brennan and Sydney take 2 weeks to get from here to here.
It took the scenic route.
The bridges are out.
I'm gonna think about that between now and Monday. Brennan and Sydney, if you just like message the group on Facebook or whatever, if you two happen to be available at any time before Monday, maybe we could do even a little thing with just the two of you, and we can do this other little quest, and then on Monday we can do the bigger one at Whitehedge. So, or potentially if everybody feels like they got enough D&D in this weekend, then we could hold off instead of on Monday, and then just wait another week or so, and then we can just keep all 5 together at the same time. So we'll figure it out. But yes, please, Brennan, Sydney, let me know if you're free at all before Monday or not. We'll all figure it out.
I'm not sure what this enough D&D thing you're talking about is. Like, is that?
I'd like to assist him on this confusion right now too.
It's like you were talking English, but it wasn't right. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Well, we'll figure out how we can play as much D&D as possible.
That makes sense. I heard that one.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Well, it has been fun, guys.
It has.
Yeah, we only really did one battle, but it still felt fulfilling with all the roleplay stuff.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that diplomatic thing was going to fail. I thought for sure I was
totally
going to fail some.
You know what? It might have failed, but you have a bard that helped a ton with that.
Finger guns.
Yeah, calm emotions. Oh my gosh, that helped a lot.
I have never said this before, but thank God we had a bard with us.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I think you and me were going to be good friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Until I roll a 1.
Yeah.
Until I roll a 1.
You two are a good. You two are a good combo, and then Bosco and Tao are a good combo. You got something going on there. So we'll see how all these relationships go, and we've still got Brennan and Sydney to include pretty soon too. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it all goes. And this real story hasn't even kicked off yet. This is just you getting to the real beginning.
No, it's so exciting.
Alrighty.
We've done so well to like introduce people's quirks and backstories so far. Like, I'm excited to see how it's all gonna mesh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
Honestly, I'm playing a
stream.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Tales of the Veil.
No!